Hello and welcome to the full compilation video for my quarter album fill series. This video includes every episode from episode 1 all the way up to the final episode 243. Now there's a total of 253 episodes. There are some that are double labeled there early in the beginning, so do keep mind of that. I do hope you enjoy this full album fill series. This was fun. There is a total of 192 spots in this album, and not to spoil anything, but all the spots in this album were filled in the series, but not everything was upgraded. I still have probably about a third to a half, somewhere in there, of quarters that would need to be upgraded to at least AU or mint state for me to be completely completed with this album. I'm getting to the point where that is getting harder to do, and I decided I wanted to wrap up the series and move on to other things. Do look forward to some other upgrades for this. As I come across coins that I can upgrade for the album here, I will upgrade and I will upload those in a follow-up series. But those are going to be here and there, very sparsed out. I'm not going to try and push to get quarters for this as much as I have been. So do look forward to other things, other albums, fills, other videos, and I do hope you enjoy those as well. If you'd rather not watch the full 100 or 253 episode compilation, I do have the compilations broken down into 5 different parts there. If you would like to watch those, there'll be some links to the playlist or to those videos somewhere in the video here in the description somewhere. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. This is a great spot to watch. If you don't watch the shorts, this is a great way to catch up and enjoy this album fill. There are some awesome finds, some awesome fills, some awesome bonus coins, and this was a great journey and fun to do. Thank you very much for joining me. Sit back and relax and enjoy a very long and fun video with some really cool quarters. Intro, take 473. Cue music. Cue coins.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now pick them up. I'm not rich. Hello, this is the first in a series of short videos where I'm going to be putting quarters into this quarter album I just got. It's brand new. Let me rip into this and take a look, and we'll put in a quarter on this first video. First quarter for the album. It's a nice 1962 out of Philly. This one has some really nice luster. It's in really nice shape. It's probably a low mint state. Possibly high AU, depending on if there's any wear. I don't see a whole lot of wear. So we're going to put this in the album here. Let's get to the spot. Oh, there it is. Boom. I'm going to set it in there and push it in with the glove to keep it nice and clean. How about that? Hello and welcome to another quarter fill. 1932 to 1998, including proofs. I'll get to the proofs at some point. Now, while I would love to continue to fill up only the silver quarters, like so, I do have some clad I need to fill up. So today I'm going to do this one. I have a really nice 1984 out of Philly here. It does have a fingerprint on it, but it is in pretty nice shape. So we're going to fill this spot here with a nice clad quarter. I've got more silver coming up, so stay tuned for that as well. It is time to put another quarter in the Washington Quarters book. Now before I get back to the silver, I do have a nice 1988 out of Philly I want to put in here. And here we have it. This one is in really nice shape. So I wanted to get this in here before anything happened to it. since I didn't have it in a flip since I just recently got it. Very nice. That is a very nice quarter. Even though it's clad, it's still a nice quarter. All right, it's time to put another quarter in here. Let's do a silver one this time. We did put the 1962 in there as the first one, but let's do the 1964. Let's do a last year. I've got a nice one here. All right, this one is in really good shape. Has some nice purpley tone to the outside there. And the back, it just looks so nice. And it has a nice little semicircular purplish tone there. So we're gonna pop that in. And that is another nice addition. Awesome. Let's put a quarter on the first page today. Right now, let's add this 1932. It is worn and beat up, but it is what I have. And I'm starting these albums with what I have on hand, and I will slowly upgrade as I go along and fill spots that I don't have. So this is a 1932 out of Philly. This is going to go up here in this spot. All right, let's drop it in. First spot available now has a silver quarter in it. It may not be the prettiest, but it is still silver, and it does fill the spot. That will be upgraded at some point soon, so stay tuned for that. But until then, let's keep going through the quarters I have, and let's keep filling spots. What quarter are we upgrading today? Well, I've been through all the quarters that I have that I know of, and I've got about a roll of silver quarters and a roll of clad quarters. We're going to see what we can put in this book. Let's find out what's next. Last time we did a silver. This time let's do a clad. Got a pretty nice 1977 here. This one's out of Denver. It's in pretty nice shape for a 77. It's got a little dirt. It's not perfect, but it is in pretty nice shape. Let's put it in to the 77 Denver slot right here. Well, I'll straighten it up, but there it is. All right, there it is all straightened up. Pretty nice. Let's do a silver next time. What quarter are we upgrading today? Well, I've been through all the quarters that I have that I know of, and I've got about a roll of silver quarters and a roll of clad quarters. We're going to see what we can put in this book. Let's find out what's next. Last time we did a silver. This time let's do a clad. Got a pretty nice 1977 here. This one's out of Denver. It's in pretty nice shape for a 77. It's got a little dirt. It's not perfect, but it is in pretty nice shape. Let's put it in to the 77 Denver slot right here. Well, I'll straighten it up, but there it is. All right, there it is all straightened up. Pretty nice. Let's do a silver next time. It's time to fill out another quarter. Which one we got this time? It is silver. It is a 1956. And it is very nice condition. Let's take a look at the reverse. How about that? Pretty blazing white there. Might be a little tiny bit of tone on around the rim, but that is nice. It's 1956 out of Philly. Let's get it in its slot. It is so nice. I can't wait to put it in. All right, here we go. Let's get it lined up there. And how about that? Look at that beautiful quarter. Wow. That is awesome. Wow. All right, I think I've got a quarter on almost every page now. But let us put one on page 2. This one is missing a quarter. This one's missing a coin. I've got a pretty slick. It's 1943 out of Denver. Pretty much just a slick old silver quarter. Ain't nothing wrong with the slick silver quarter. It's still silver. Let's put this in on page 2. This will be a spot fill for now until we get that one upgraded. Silver quarter. It's always nice when you have silver. Awesome. We have a quarter on each page except for one, so let's get a quarter on that page. That is the last page of the book. So last page, what are we going to put in? Let's put in the last year of the Eagle back quarter, the classic design. Final year, this is a 1998 out of Denver. It is in pretty nice shape. And let's put it in its slot right here. All right, there we have it. We got a quarter on every page now. Now, let's fill up some more. It's time to put another quarter in the album. Now that we have one quarter on each page, let's throw another silver quarter in. We have a 1945. This one is out of San Francisco. It's another slick silver quarter, but you can't beat silver, and you can't beat a spot filled in your album. This will be one that will need to upgrade eventually, but let's put it in for now. All right, here it is. Boom, another silver quarter. Doesn't matter how beat up and ugly it is, silver is still beautiful because it's silver. It's time to put another quarter in the quarter album. So let's pick one out and put one in. All right, so pulled out my roll here, and right on top is a nice 1964 silver quarter. Let me pull this one out here, and we'll put it in the album. Let's see, this one is a Denver. Nice. This one is in pretty nice shape. It is beautiful, and it is silver. How about that? Here's the 64 Philadelphia we put in here. It has some nice purple tone on it. Here is the Denver. All right, let's slot this one in here. Give it a push. Ooh, buddy. There's some nice looking 64s right next to each other. Last time we put a silver in. Let's put a Clyde quarter in this time. Let's pick one out and see where it goes. All right, this is the tube of the nicest clad quarters I have on hand. So let's pour it out and let's just pick one. Let's do this one. 1991 from Philly. That's actually a pretty nice one from 91. It's a little weak in places, but that is nice. Let's pop it in. Now this book has holes for proof, so we're going to put some of those in here too at some point, as soon as I get some. But here we go, 1991 out of Philly. That's a pretty nice clad from 91. At some point I'll probably upgrade it, but for now, that is a nice spot fill. It's time to put another quarter in, and we are here on the first page of our album. Let's put in a 1934. This one is pretty rough and slick. It is still silver. This one is from Denver. So let's put that in there. This will be a nice spot fill until we find a better one. But hey, you got to fill up that album with what you got and then have some fun upgrading. Here we go. It's always fun to fill a spot, and it's fun to upgrade. Find them coins you like and fill the spot. Silver quarter is always nice to put in a book. Let us put another quarter in the quarter album. This time I have a very nice 1954 with some beautiful toning on it. I mean, it's got a little rainbow around the edge. Nice little rainbow tone there. Nice little natural toning. So let's put this in. This is a 1954 out of Philly. Beauty. All right, let's drop it in here. This is one I'm going to be hard pressed to find an upgrade for because this is so nice. That one is so nice and beautiful. Okay, let's add another quarter to our quarter album, and let's add another silver. This one is a little worn. It is a 1940 out of Philadelphia, but it's a silver quarter, and it's going to fill the spot until we get a better one. Okay, Here we go. It's a nice spot fill with a silver quarter. You can never go wrong with silver. Let's put another quarter in our quarter album. Last time we did a silver spot fill. Well, this time, let's do a nice silver quarter. This one is pretty nice shape. This one is a 1955 out of Philly. How about that? Nice. Let's put it in. Okay, here we go. Let's drop this 1955 nice mint state quarter in here. Would be a lower mint state, but that is still a pretty silver quarter. Can't beat that. Okay, I think all week we're going to do silver quarters this week. 1961. This one is a little bit circulated. It's got some interesting tone on it. This one is from Philadelphia. That is a Philadelphia silver 1961. Let's slot it in. There's the spot. Here we go. And how about that? Album's coming along quite nicely. It's time for another quarter fill of our album. Today we're going to pop in this 1935. It is a little slick and worn, but it still has some decent details. This one is from Philadelphia. Let's fill the spot. This will be our final silver in a row. We're going to do some clad next. All right, you see that 1943 behind it, but we are going to put this one in the slot on the first page. Silver quarter on the first page. Pretty nice. That's another spot filled. It's time to put another quarter in the quarter album. Today we're going to do an Independence Day special, bicentennial, and the next episode's going to be the other. This one's from Philly. Next episode will be from Denver. This one is pretty nice shape. It does have some dirt on it, but it is pretty nice condition. So we're going to put this one in, and the next episode will be the Denver bicentennial. So let's get this one in the slot. I'm going to put them reverse up just because, you know, it's my album and I can do what I want. Very nice. Part 2 of the Independence Day special, we put in the Philly. Let's put in the Denver bicentennial this time. This one is not as nice as the Philly. It's the best one I have. So let's put this one in the Denver spot. All right, here we go. I'm going to mount this one reverse up as well. Yep. So we'll probably will upgrade this one at some point. Maybe the other one as well, but it does fill the spot. It does make me feel very patriotic. I'm going to have to get me a hold of a proof though. After 2 bicentennials, let's keep the train going and keep celebrating Independence Day. I got a beautiful proof bicentennial quarter here. So we're going to take and put this in. This is the clad bicentennial. Let's put this in its spot. There's the bicentennial from Philly, the one from Denver. Then we have a spot for the 40% proof, the 40% uncirculated, and the regular proof. And this one is the clad, so it goes into the slot. We're going to very gently try to get it in here. And there we have a third quarter, third bicentennial going in this week to celebrate Independence Day. It's a beauty. After 3 bicentennials, what are we going to put in there? How about a silver proof bicentennial quarter? How about that? This is the 40% silver proof. Well, let's get this one in its spot. Yep, so they made these coins in regular clad and in 40% silver. So let's get that in there. And there we have it. Look at the bright white silvery look on this thing. It's another beauty. Our last day of Bicentennial Independence Day specials. I was not able to get one of those, so we will have to look for that one to fill this spot. Welcome back to another quarter album fill. Today, after all that silver and the special coins, we're going to put in a clad. This is 1992 out of Philadelphia. It has some marks on the front, unfortunately, but this is the best one I have. So let's pop this in and fill another spot. All right, we got our spot ready. 1992 out of Philadelphia. We're gonna slot it in the hole. And how about that? That's another spot filled. Pretty nice clad. We'll see if we have some better ones coming up soon. It's time to put another quarter in our quarter album. Since we did all that silver, we're trying to catch up with the clads. This is a 1983. It's pretty decent. It's a little worse for wear. Got some rings around the outside, some scratches on it. This one is from Denver. 1983, there were no mint sets, so mint state coins of 1983 and 1982, for that matter, are hard to find. But this is a pretty decent one. Okay, time for another quarter. Been heavy on the clad because I have a lot more clad to put in here than silver left. But let's put in a silver quarter. 1954. This one has pretty good details. Let's check the back. Ooh, the back is a little bit worn, but this is a San Francisco. Let's put this 1954 to San Francisco in its slot. Okay, 1954S. Drop it in here, and there we go. That's another silver quarter for the album. It's always a beautiful sight to see that silver in that album. Very awesome. Time for another quarter. This time we're going back to the 70s. 1973 out of Denver. It's got some pretty decent detail. And again, I found most of these in circulation, so that is pretty nice for a circulated quarter from 1973. Back has still some nice details. This would be a great spot fill until we find them upgrades. Here we go. Let's drop this quarter in its spot. It's always a good feeling to fill a spot in your album and add one more coin to your collection. May not be the best, but filling a spot is a great feeling. I've been leaning more on the clad lately, but I can't stay away from the silver, so let's put a second silver in this week. We're going to go all the way back to the oldest silver I got. It is a slick one. It is a 1935 Slick Denver. That thing is slip and slide slick. Awesome. Let's slick that slick sucker in the slot. 1935 Slick Silver sliding right in the slot. Awesome. It's time to put another quarter in a quarter album. Today we're going to put in a proof. This is a 1994 proof. Let me pop it out of here and we'll stick it in the book. Here we go. This is a nice clad proof. It has a little bit of toning on the reverse. The obverse has a tiny bit of cloudiness on it, but that does happen to proofs over time sometimes. Let's drop it in. All right, here we go. Let's drop it in here. And there we go. Nice, beautiful quarter to go in the album. Today, we're going to put a 1979 D clad quarter in our album. This one is a little rough and dirty. Again, I got most of these out of circulation. Working on getting some upgrades. I will get a hold of those at some point, and we will upgrade a lot of these quarters, especially these circulated ones. But, you know, when you fill up an album, you usually start with what you have, and then you work on getting it to a nice upgraded level to wherever you like it. All right, let's put this 1970 out of Denver in the album. All right, this is the last spot in the corner of this page, and it now has a quarter in it. Nice. We'll be looking for an upgrade for that one for sure. But it's great to fill the spot for now. Let's put a silver in a quarter album today. I have a 1962. It's got a little bit of circulation on it, but it is in pretty nice shape. Still has a little bit of luster on it there. This one is a Denver. Let's add another silver quarter to the quarter album. The 1962 Philadelphia is one of the nicer ones in the album. And we're going to put in a decent 1962 out of Denver here. Not as nice as the one right next to it, but it still has some detail. And it's a pretty nice silver quarter. All right, let's do another silver quarter. Today we're going to go way back with a slick one. 1943. This one is a bit rough. This one is a Philly. This one has definitely seen its circulation days. We're going to fill the spot, and one day I might get a nicer 1943, but until then, we're filling spots. There's the spot, and there's another silver for our album. Filling spots is awesome. It's time to put another quarter in the quarter album, and today we're going to go with a 1973 proof. This one is in pretty nice shape. Let's pop it out of here, take a good look at it, and then stick it in the album. All right, let's take a good look at this. It's nice coins. You want to be careful, handle them by the edges or use gloves. Pretty nice obverse. Let's see here. There is a little bit of some toning around the outside. I got this from my local coin shop, and I believe he gets them from albums that people turn in. So pretty nice indeed. Let's put it in the slot. And there we have it. Nice, beautiful proof in the album. Okay, I've grabbed a coin out of my stack here to put in the album. I haven't looked at it yet. Here's the reverse. This is a clad. Let's see what year we're putting in. 1995 out of Denver. Nice. This one does have some pretty good details there. Does have a little bit of scratching on the cheek, but can't beat a nice detailed quarter. Let's add it to the album. All right, here we go. Let's pop this quarter in and fill another spot. Album is filling up nicely. Today we're going to go back to 1963 and put a pretty decent 1963 quarter in the quarter album. This one does have a little bit of circulation wear on it, but it is still a pretty decent quarter, so we're going to fill this in the spot. Ooh, man, look at that nice proof behind here on the next page. But this page has a hole, and we're going to drop that 63 in there. Very cool indeed. A nice silver edition for the album. Quarter album time, clad time. 1988 out of Denver. Again, I got this out of circulation, so it has some circulation marks, a little bit dirty surfaces, but overall, it's a pretty nice coin to come out of circulation. We're going to add this to the album and fill another spot. If we keep filling spots, we're going to have to run out of open spots and have to start upgrading. And this one is pretty decent, but definitely could use an upgrade. But that's a pretty decent spot filled to find out of circulation. Today, on the quarter album fill time, I've got another proof. This is a pretty nice 1981 S that has a little bit of toning on it. This is type 1. There in 1981 there was a type 1 and type 2. The Mint Mark S is a clear and a non-clear type. This is a pretty nice one with some nice toning on it. This will be fun to put in the album. Let's find its spot. This album only has one spot for proofs in 1981. And wow, oh wow, look at the toning on this. Man, the camera, it just isn't doing it justice, but whoo, boy, that is beauty. Oh, look at that nice little purple around the outside. Oh, nice. This is a very beautiful addition to the album. Oh man, that is a nice, beautiful coin in the album. I'm going to be hard pressed to find a better coin than the 1981 proof I just put in there. But today we're going to put in a 1944 silver. This is a little slick. This is a Philadelphia. And while not a very beautiful coin, silver in your album is always a beautiful thing. Okay, here is the spot that's open. There is the 44 going in there. Silver quarter and the album. Very cool and awesome coin. Today we got something special. I was able to pick up some quarters to fill some of the spots that I didn't have in my stack from MTN Vaults. Very special thank you to MTN Vaults. We're going to do one of these quarters today. And some of them look pretty nice, but we're going to save some of these for later. Today we got a very special quarter. And this is 1932 out of San Francisco. This is a key date. The first key date that's going to go in the album. Only key date I have here, but it's a little toasty in spots, but it's a key date and hard to find at that. And here we go, 1932S, key date, going in the album. This one is one I cannot afford in a high condition, but anytime you can put a key date, especially a low mintage one, in your album, it's an awesome day. Thank you very much, MTN Vaults, for sending me these coins. Today we got something special. I was able to pick up some quarters to fill some of the spots that I didn't have in my stack from MTN Vaults. Very special thank you to MTN Vaults. We're going to do one of these quarters today. And some of them look pretty nice, but we're going to save some of these for later. Today we got a very special quarter. And this is 1932 out of San Francisco. This is a key date. The first key date that's going to go in the album. Only key date I have here, but it's a little toasty in spots, but it's a key date and hard to find at that. And here we go, 1932S, key date, going in the album. This one is one I cannot afford in a high condition, but anytime you can put a key date, especially a low mintage one, in your album, it's an awesome day. Thank you very much, MTN Vaults, for sending me these coins. Okay, next coin, next quarter we're going to put in this album. It's another one from MTN Vaults. This is 1946 out of Philly. Let's pop it out of this plastic and take a look. Okay, here we go. This one is pretty nice. Has some nice definition on it. Got a few scrapes. Looks like it has some splotches of toning on it. Pretty nice overall condition. Let's stick it in here and fill another silver quarter slot. Very cool indeed. A little crooked. I'm probably fix that. Let's just keep doing silver quarters all week. I got plenty from MTN Vaults. Thank you very much for sending me these. We're going to reach in and pull out a random one of these in here, and we're going to put it in. What did we get? What did we get? 1941. 1941 out of Denver. Very nice. Very last spot down here at the bottom of the page. Let's put this quarter in. And there's another silver quarter for the album. Very awesome. Let's grab another silver out of this bag for the album. Let's see what we got. This is hard to do with the nice cotton glove on here. What do we get? We got two. One will be today, one will be tomorrow. 1942. I'm going to hide this one. If you saw the date, don't ruin it for everyone else. 1942 out of Denver, and then tomorrow we'll do the next one. Here we go, 1942 out of Denver. Take one more look at it. It's a little slick, but slick silver is better than no silver, and silver fits so nicely in the album. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Friday's coin. If you saw this one come out the bag yesterday, let's see what date we got. 1944. This one is a San Francisco. How about that? Nice silver quarter to round off the week with. Let's stick this in the album and fill another silver quarter spot. All right, here we go. Here we go, 1944S silver quarter, filling spots and looking nice. It's a little slick, but still silver. It's time for another quarter in our quarter album. Today we have a beautiful toned proof here. This one has some nice blues and a purple there, but wait till you see the reverse. And wow, look at that. Look at that amazing tone on the reverse. This one is a beautiful, beautiful proof, and we're going to stick it in the album. Okay, here is the spot. I'm going to very, very carefully put it in here. And I'm going to put it reverse up just because I like the reverse face. And there we go. What a beautiful proof to fill a spot in the album. Okay, let's put a quarter in our quarter album. Today, we're going to get a silver toned 1960. Has some very nice toning. The dark colors on the Liberty is coming through a bit harsher on the camera than it is in person. It has a bit more of a purpley tone to it up there. All right, the reverse doesn't have quite as much tone on it, but this one is a Philadelphia. So let's put this one in the album. Okay, here we go. Nice, beautiful rainbow obverse coin there on a 1960, filling a spot. That is a beauty, and it's silver to boot. What's next for the quarter album? Let's do a beautiful, pretty almost blast white 1957. This one has a couple of dings, but it is a pretty nice high grade, well, probably a low mint state. Very nice coin. Let's put this in there. Okay, here is the coin, and we're gonna fill this another spot with another beautiful silver. That is a blast white, almost completely blast white, nice silver quarter. What's next for a quarter album? Let's do another beautifully toned proof. Man, look at the colors on that. That is gorgeous. 1983S proof. And the back just gets better. Wow, look at that. That is some beautiful color on that. It's got that nice deep mirror fields of a proof, but you hit the light and bam, you get hit with some beautiful color tones. Let's put this in the album. Okay, here we go. We're gonna drop this in the spot and gently push it in. That one popped in nicely and easily. 1983, beautiful proof. Should I have put this one reverse up? Let me know in the comments below. I don't think I'm going to pull it out to switch it over though. It's time for another quarter to go on our quarter album. We had some really nice, pretty proofs last week. Let's put in a silver quarter today. I got a 1949. This one is a little slick. This one is a Philadelphia. So let's slot this in for now, and we'll upgrade it at some point. And here we go. Down at the bottom of page 2, we have another silver quarter fill. That is pretty nice, has a little bit of detail, but at some point will be upgraded. Next up on our quarter album fill, we have a 1941 with some interesting tone on it. Some dark spots, tone spots all over it. It is decent shape, but it has some nice tone around the bottom there. Let's put this in the 1941 spot. This one is out of Philly. And here we go at the bottom of page 1. Let's put this in. That one is, it looks a lot nicer in person than it is picking it up on the camera, but can't go wrong with a nice old tone silver. Next quarter on our quarter album fill, we have 1951 out of Denver. This one is going to fill a spot. It has some decent detail on it. Surfaces look a little bit dirty in spots, a little wear on the reverse. This one probably eventually get filled, upgraded once we get all the spots filled with what we have on hand. Let's put this in for now and fill another silver quarter spot. And here we have 1951 out of Denver. That is another silver quarter in the album. It's always a good day when you get that silver. What's next for the quarter album? It is 1945. This one has a little bit of detail. It is a little worn. This one is in Philly. Again, we are filling the album with what we have on hand, and then we will work on upgrades after that. So let me stick this in the album and fill another spot. Okay, here we go. 1945 out of Philly. Pop that in there and put another silver quarter in the album. Finishing up our album this week with one more spot. We have a 1942 with some pretty nice old album toning on it. This one is a San Francisco. It is worn, but it does have some nice little old tone on it. Original toned skin quarter there. Here we go. Pop that in. So that's a really nice 1942S. A little slick, but some nice tone on that coin. It's time to put another quarter in our quarter album. I've got a bunch of quarters up here, a bunch of Clyde quarters that I just got in. A lot of really nice ones. We're going to put those in the album just so I can get them out of the way, and we will go from there. This first one we have is a pretty nice 1977 out of Denver. It does have a little dirt on the top there, but it has some nice tone, has some great details. The back is amazing. High quality coin here. Let's put this in the slot and we will keep going with all these clads for a little bit. Well, there's one in here, so it looks like this is going to be our first upgrade. This one is in much better shape than the one that's in there. So let me pop that out and we will get this one in. And there we have it. A nice clad quarter in the album. Nice. Let's get some more in there. It's time for another quarter in a quarter album. We got another clad from this set of quarters I got. It's a 1987 out of Philly. This one is really nice shape. It's got plenty of good detail. This is a nice uncirculated coin. Back looks great. Let's put this in and fill another spot. All right, here we go. That is a very nice uncirculated coin to go in our album. How about that? That is definitely going to be hard to beat. Time for another quarter to go on our quarter album. Today and tomorrow we're going to do the 1978 Philly and Denver. This one has some nice tone on it. It's great shape. This one is the Philly. And we're going to put this one in, and then we'll do the Denver tomorrow. The tone is light, but it is got some nice colors on it. Here we go. This is the Philly. Boom. Nice 1978. Very nice. Next up is the Denver. Today for our quarter album fill, it's the 78 out of Denver. This one has some nice toning around the outside, a little bit of magenta, purplish, bluish in the middle there. Some nice yellow orangey around the outside. The back has some nice color on it. This one is a very beautiful coin. Let's put this in the album. Okay, here is the spot. Let's put this coin in, and there we have it. Another beautiful coin in the album. Okay, what is next for our album? Let's see what I have here. It is a 1974 out of Denver. It's got a little dirt spots on it, but it is in pretty nice shape overall. Pretty good for 1970s. Here we go, right above the bicentennial proof there. We have a pretty nice 1974 out of Denver. We are still working on our clad coins here. 1980 out of Philly. This one is really nice. It does have some surface, looks like either some milk spots or some water splashed on there and dried on it. Otherwise, this is in really, really beautiful shape. Let's put this in this 1980 slot. Okay, here we go. 1980. Getting the spot filled with a nice quarter. All right, let's put another clad in our quarter album, and then we'll put some silver in here. We'll go back to some silver. So I got a pretty nice 1979. This one has some pretty good detail. It's got a couple scratches on it, a couple dings, but you know, it's 1979. Pretty good shape. Looks like the obverse is slightly misaligned. Then the reverse, let's take a look. And there it is. The reverse looks pretty nice. Lots of detail, maybe a little ding or two there. Let's put this in the album. All right, let's stick this in the slot. Fill another spot. 1979 out of Philly. Pretty nice coin. It's time for another quarter in our quarter album. And we got a really nice silver, and it's an old one, 1935. It has some nice detail on it. Has a little dirt on the surface, unfortunately, but it is a nice 1935. This one is out of San Francisco. This is probably going to be the nicest, oldest coin to go in the album. Well, let's put it in there and fill another spot. All right, here we go. That is a really nice, really old quarter. How about that? That is an awesome silver quarter. I've got another awesome coin from the coin shop. This one is a 1943. That is a beautiful old coin. Really nice detail. Really nice luster. This one is from Philly, and I believe this is going to be an upgrade. Let's check out the old one. But this is a really nice find from the coin store. Yep, there we are. That is a definite upgrade. Let's pop in this nice BU quarter and take a look at the album. Okay, here we go. Let's pop this in, and there we have it. Here's the old one, and here is the new one. That is beautiful, beautiful upgrade. Another coin shop find, another beautiful silver. This is a very beautiful, lustrous 1961. Very high, shiny, quality Denver 1961. Let's pop this in the album and make the album even better than it already is. Here we go. Let's drop that in there and take a good look at that beautiful BU 1961 out of Denver. That is very, very nice. Man, this album's just getting better and better. I've got another silver quarter to go in the album. And while not as nice as the past few we put in here, this is a 1952. Has a little bit of detail, has some interesting fun tone around the outside there. This one is a San Francisco. It's a little slick. This one will be one that will be upgraded as soon as I get a better 1952S. but let's fill the spot for now. And here we go. Let's pop that in and take a look. We have a nice 1952 with some nice tone on it to hold the spot until we get a nicer coin in there. It's time to add some more quarters to our album. We got a pretty nice 1970 here. This one is a Philly. It does have some nice detail, still has some of that luster a little bit. Let's go ahead and pop this in the album. All right, here's the spot. Let's drop that in. Another nice spot filled in our album. And there we have it. Not a perfect coin, but still really, really good for a 50-year-old coin there. It will fill the spot nicely until we get an upgrade. Today's quarter is a nice one, 1963. This one's in pretty good shape. It has a few little dings on it, but overall, a very nice, beautiful 1963 out of Denver. Let's check the one we have and see if we have an upgrade. Let's get a quick up-close comparison. You can see there is more detail in the hair. Even though this has some rim dings on it, I think it has more detail and is a cleaner example. So here we go. I drop that in the spot and pop it in there. There we have it. Nice upgrade. I wish it didn't have those dings, and then it would be a super high grade one, definitely. Really nice. It's hard to get in the light. Today's quarter to go in the album. It's a little dirty. It is a 1992 out of Denver, but it still has pretty good detail. Not perfect, but it will fill the spot nicely until we get a nice one. That's what we're doing. We're filling it up, the album, with coins I have, the nicest coins I have, and we will slowly upgrade as I find better ones. So let's pop this in the slot for now. Okay, here we go. It's another spot filled with a decent coin that we will hopefully find a nice upgrade for soon, right next to a Philly. Album's filling up nicely, but does need some upgrades in places. Today we are going to add a nice proof to the album here. This is a nice 1996 proof with some nice tone on it. It's not very deep and vibrant, but it is some nice colors. Not quite showing up on the camera. It has some blue on it and some yellow. But let's pop this in the slot. Fill another spot. Well, this album has spots for the silver proofs and the regular proofs, so I guess I better start looking for some silver proofs. But until then, let's pop this proof in and take a nice look at it, because that is another beautiful quarter for the album. Very, very nice. Today's quarter for the album, we have a 1960 in beautiful shape. It's almost completely blast white there, but it has some great details and is in great shape. Oh man, that is a nice one there. That is a nice one. Oh, this is going to be a tough choice. Here's the old one. It has some beautiful tone on the obverse, but it looks like the surface is not the cleanest. Here is the new one, much cleaner surfaces. Very beautiful coin. And this one just has more detail, is in a nicer shape. I think the back clinches it. Looks like we have an upgrade. A very nice, beautiful upgrade there. But I will be keeping the other one in my collection because it is still a beautiful coin. It's time for another quarter to go on our quarter album. And today we have a gorgeously toned 1987 proof. It has some beautiful blues on the top, some gold at the bottom, and the back is just stunning. Again, it's got the blues at the bottom, which is the top of the obverse, and the gold at the top. Looks like almost like a sunset over water on the back. Very cool. Let's put this in the album. Here we go. I'll pop that in, and a beautifully toned, wonderful proof. How about that? Another great fill. Time for another quarter. In our quarter album, today we're going clad with a 95 out of Philly. This one has some circulation marks. I did get it out of circulation, but it is still in nicer condition. This is one that will be upgraded at some point when I find a better one. Okay, let's pop this in here. We've been putting in some really nice quarters lately, but I'm running out of those, so I have to go back to filling spots with the circulated coins that I have found until I get some more ultra nice ones. Another spot fill, fills a spot in the album, which is always nice, and an upgrade to look forward to, which is always a good feeling when you upgrade that quarter to a nicer one. But still, nice spot fill for now. We got another gorgeous proof for our album today. This is another tone proof with some nice colors on it. And on the obverse, has some very beautiful colors. It is a 1978. We are going to drop this in the spot. Okay, here we go. We've got a couple more proofs left, so we're going to be popping some of those in. And this one is another beautiful tone on a nice deep cam quarter and another nice spot fill. Today we have a nice silver coin for our quarter album. This one is a Philly, and it is a silver 1955 with some beautiful luster and some nice details. Let's compare to the one we have in there. The one we have in here is pretty nice. Let me pop that out and we will compare them. Here's the one that we had in there. Has a little tone on it. Has a little mark on the cheek there. And here's the new one. A bit more white and doesn't have a mark on the cheek. Okay, let's take a look at this reverse here. Very nice reverse. So is this one. I think I'm gonna upgrade. The obverse looks better. The reverses kind of look the same. So again, here's the other one. It's got that mark on the cheek. And this one is a bit cleaner, so we are going to upgrade the spot. It's not a huge upgrade, but it has less dings and it is a nice quarter all around. Today's quarter for the album, we have a beautifully toned 1982 proof quarter. This has some gorgeous toning. The back is probably perfect. The front has a few spots on it, probably from being in a previous album. But let's pop this in the slot. This will definitely make another great spot filled. And here we have the 1982 proof spot. Let's pop that in gently and we'll take a good look at it. That is a pretty nice proof coin. This is episode 99 of Quarter Album Fill. Today we have a beautiful 1995 proof. This one I got from the coin show. I'm going to put this in the album. And do stay tuned. Episode 100 got something special going on, so make sure you watch the next episode, episode 100. But let's stick this in there for now. Got that nice deep cameo finish on this thing. Here we go. Gently push this one in. And there we have another beautiful proof going in the album. Today on Quarter Album Fill, we have a 1991 proof deep cameo quarter to go in the album. Another one I picked up at the coin show. Another beautiful coin. Here we go. Let's pop this in. And this is another spot filled with another beautiful proof. And if you haven't seen episode 100, do make sure you go watch that one. Got something special going on in that one. Do go check that out. But this one, another awesome spot filled with another nice proof. Today's quarter for the album is a 1970 proof with some nice deep cameo. The surface is a little cloudy, most likely from being in the flip for a while. Got some tones starting to form in places. Let's put this in the album, and hopefully the tone will tone up nicely in here over the years. Down here at the bottom of the page, we got the spot for the proof. All right, there we go. Another nice spot filled. Another nice proof. Very, very cool. We got a few more proofs going in our album this week and some more fun stuff. We're starting out with a 1984 proof and have some nice little rainbowish color around the outside. Some nice little tone there. And it is a very nice coin. Let's put this in the album and fill another spot. Here we go. Let's drop this one in. And it is another nice spot filled in the album. Nice deep cameo coin with some very beautiful tones just around the outside. We have a nice BU quarter going in our album today. This is a very nice, high quality 1973. Lots of detail, very nice and shiny, and this is going to fill a spot beautifully. Here we go. Let's drop that in and take a nice little look at it. It is a very nice BU 73. How about that? Today we have a stunning coin that's going to upgrade our album. It is a 1945, an absolute beauty of a condition. This one is a San Francisco. That is a gorgeous coin right there. Nice and shiny blast white. Very BU. Just a couple of, looks like a rim marks over here. But otherwise, gorgeous coin. Let's put this in the album and upgrade the spot. Here's our worn 1945S. We're going to pop out of the album here. And then let's drop this one in and just upgrade that spot to a gorgeous coin. Wow. What an upgrade. What a coin. What a silver coin. Today's coin for the album, we have a beautiful proof from the last year of the Eagle Reverse. This one is a gorgeous, just deep cameo. I'm not seeing any real color on it, but what a beautiful, nice, high grade coin this is, and it's going to fill another spot in the album. Here is the spot, last page, down near the bottom. Second to last coin that goes in this album that is dated. Very awesome fill. Got to get some silvers, but until I do, those are probably going to be some of the last coins I get. Beautiful coin for the album. Today's quarter for our quarter album is a 1953 silver quarter. This one does have some tone on the obverse, and it is a little circulated. Got some wear on it. Has no mint mark, so it is from Philadelphia. This will definitely fill a spot till we get a nicer coin. Here we go. Let's drop this quarter in the slot, and there we have it. Another silver quarter filling a spot. This one will need to be upgraded at some point, but we are filling spots with what we have, and it is next to a really nice toned 52 out of San Francisco. But that's another spot filled in the album. Very cool. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1950. This one has some nice fun tone on it. The reds and blues aren't quite showing up. I'm only seeing the orange and brown in the camera. There is some nice little red and blue and green in there too. This is a 1950 from Philadelphia. So we're going to fill the spot until we get a nicer quality coin to upgrade this. Here's the spot. I have used all my nice coins that I got from the coin shop and shows, so I'm going back to what I have here on hand, and a very nicely toned silver 1950. Even though it's slick, it is still a very beautiful coin. We will upgrade that at some point, but for now, that is another nice spot filled with a nice silver coin. Today's coin, we're going to do one more silver, before the big giveaway winner is revealed in the next episode. This is a 1945, and it does have some slight red and blues in there, but this one is not showing up on camera. It is kind of half-toned on the obverse. 1945, out of Denver. We're gonna drop this in the spot. This will be a nice spot filled until we get an upgrade for this one as well. All right, let's drop that in the spot, and there we have it. One more silver coin filled in this album. Very, very nice and beautiful silver coin. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. For episode 11, I have broken this down into several parts. We'll be putting them out over the week so you can see all the quarters that are currently in the album. You can see the ones that need to be upgraded and the ones that already look awesome and will probably be in the album for a very long time. There are some great coins in here and still some holes that need to be filled. I want to take a second here and to thank everyone for watching the videos and supporting me and enjoying this quarter album fill and any of the other videos and albums that I am working on. And please let me know which coin is your favorite in today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. For episode 11, I have broken this down into several parts. We'll be putting them out over the week so you can see all the quarters that are currently in the album. You can see the ones that need to be upgraded and the ones that already look awesome and will probably be in the album for a very long time. There are some great coins in here and still some holes that need to be filled. I want to take a second here and to thank everyone for watching the videos and supporting me and enjoying this quarter album fill and any of the other videos and albums that I am working on. And please let me know which coin is your favorite in today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. For episode 11, I have broken this down into several parts. We'll be putting them out over the week so you can see all the quarters that are currently in the album. You can see the ones that need to be upgraded and the ones that already look awesome and will probably be in the album for a very long time. There are some great coins in here and still some holes that need to be filled. I want to take a second here and to thank everyone for watching the videos and supporting me and enjoying this quarter album fill and any of the other videos and albums that I am working on. And please let me know which coin is your favorite in today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. For episode 11, I have broken this down into several parts. We'll be putting them out over the week so you can see all the quarters that are currently in the album. You can see the ones that need to be upgraded and the ones that already look awesome and will probably be in the album for a very long time. There are some great coins in here and still some holes that need to be filled. I want to take a second here and to thank everyone for watching the videos and supporting me and enjoying this quarter album fill and any of the other videos and albums that I am working on. And please let me know which coin is your favorite in today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. For episode 11, I have broken this down into several parts. We'll be putting them out over the week so you can see all the quarters that are currently in the album. You can see the ones that need to be upgraded and the ones that already look awesome and will probably be in the album for a very long time. There are some great coins in here and still some holes that need to be filled. I want to take a second here and to thank everyone for watching the videos and supporting me and enjoying this quarter album fill and any of the other videos and albums that I am working on. And please let me know which coin is your favorite in today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It is time to check the current status of our quarter album. This is the final video of episode 11, where you can see all the quarters. Please let me know if you had a favorite for this episode and for all the others. These episodes did take a lot more time and effort than just adding a quarter and recording it, so I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hope you enjoy all the videos this week, and I do hope each and every one of you has a great and wonderful day. It's time to put a quarter in a quarter album, but today I'm all out of the nice newer quarters that I've picked up recently. So I'm going to go through this roll of silver quarters here. I'm going to pick out some of these, and we're going to do the silver quarters this week. And let's see. 1951 out of Philly. These are going to fill spots until we get some nicer blinging quarters for the album. But, you know, it's always great to fill a spot in the album. Here's the spot. We're going to drop this silver quarter in, and this will be a nice spot holder until we get a better one for this. It's always great to fill a spot, and you can't go wrong with silver quarters. No matter how beat up they are, it's still silver. We will find a replacement for this at some point, but until then, that's one more spot filled, one more silver quarter in the album. All right, let's put another silver quarter in our album. Today we have a circulated 1944 out of Denver. Nice, it is another silver quarter, so that will fill a spot until we get a nice upgrade for it. All right, 1944 out of Denver. We'll pop that in there, and that is another silver quarter in the album. It's not as nice as a BU specimen, but it is still silver. Another spot filled. Very cool. We will find an upgrade for it at some point. Today's quarter for the album, we have a silver 1939 out of Denver. Cool. It is circulated, but it still has a little detail on the hair there. That's pretty nice. Let's pop this in the spot. And here we go on the first page here. We're going to drop this in. And as the first spot filled of a 1939 on the first page. So I got to get togethers, but that'll hold the spot for now. Today's silver quarter, we're putting in a 1947 out of San Francisco. This one has some slight tone on it. It has some decent detail on the hair. Has some dirty spots, some toned spots. It'll be a nice silver quarter to go on the album until we get a better one. Let's toss it in. All right, here's the spot. We're going to drop that in. And there we have it. 1947 out of San Francisco. Another silver quarter for the album. It's coming along nicely. Today's quarter for the album, we've got another silver. This one is a 1938. It's a little rough. Has some okay detail on it there. It is from San Francisco. It is an earlier dated quarter, so let's put this in the album and fill another spot on the first page. All right, there's the spot. I'm going to drop this in. Nice early date quarter. 6 years from the start of the Washingtons. First year Washington was 32, so the 6 years removed. And in pretty nice shape. We will find a better one at some point. But again, we are filling the album with what I have. And as I come across nice stuff, we will be upgrading. It's time to add another quarter to our quarter album. Today's quarter is the first year of clad, 1956. It is a pretty nice clad quarter here. Camera's really picking up on all the little surface imperfections. I can't see these with my eyes. But this is a pretty nice 1965. let's plug that in and fill another spot in this album. Well, look what we have here. We already have a 65 in here. Let's see, let's compare. This one has a lot more detail in the hair. I think I'm gonna upgrade just because of the more detail. Not that that one in there is bad, but I think this one's better. And there we have it. There's the old one. There's the new one. I think that is definitely a better upgrade. Definitely more detail in the hair and a much better coin all around, which makes our album that much better. Today's quarter in our quarter album, we are sticking with the clad and we're getting a 1983 out of Philly. This one is in pretty good shape. 82 and 83 are some of the hardest years to get nice coins from. The mint state ones hold a little bit more premium. They're a little harder to find because the US Mint did not create mint sets those years. So this is pretty nice. It will hold a spot until we can find that really, really nice one. Let's add this in and fill another spot in our album. All right, let's drop that in, and that's another spot filled. Really good, really nice. The album's coming along nice. The camera is picking up a lot more of the surface details and imperfections than I can see with my eye, but that is a pretty nice quarter to hold spot next to a beautiful proof. So we got to find some nice upgrades for these 80s next to these beautiful proofs. We'll get it upgraded at some point. Time to add another quarter to our quarter album, and today's quarter is a 1994 out of Philly. This one is in quite nice shape. There's some few dings on the surface there, but it has very good quality details there. Probably be a lower mint state, maybe a 63-ish if I were to guess, but that is a very nice quarter to go on our album. And we are down here at the bottom of the second to last page in the book. Let's pop that in and fill another spot with another nice quarter. This album is filling up nicely. I do have a lot of holes back here to fill, and I'd rather fill the spots with what I have instead of leaving them open. But upgrading is definitely part of the fun. Let's put another quarter in our quarter album, and today we have probably a half circulated 1971 out of Denver. I have had some hard time finding some nice 70s quarters, and this is one of the nicer ones I have found for 71s. So this is the nicest one I have found. So I'm going to plug it in for now, but it'll definitely need an upgrade at some point. But let's fill that spot. Here we go. Pop that in, and there is another spot filled. Not the greatest, but still pretty good for a 71 out of Denver. Let's see what we put in here next. It's time to put another quarter in the quarter album. We're going to do clad today, and then tomorrow we'll get some silver in here again. 1986 out of Denver. There we go. That is a pretty nice one for an 86. I will find an upgrade for this again, but I am filling the quarter album with what I have. So let's fill a spot. Here we go. We're down at the bottom of this page. Let's pop that in, and that is another clad quarter for the album. Hopefully I'll find a good one soon, but I've been having trouble finding some good clad ones. Whenever I find them, I've been picking them up, but that'll hold the spot for now. All right, I said we would do more silver quarters, so I got my tube of circulated silver quarters that have holes that I need to fill in the album. So let's grab one of these. Whew, it just all came out. Let's see. I have a 1953. This one looks like it's been polished or cleaned up. 1953S. So we're going to fill the spot with the silver quarter. I mean, it's still 90% silver. You can't beat silver going in an album. All right, here we go. I wish the coin wasn't shined up or cleaned or polished, but hey, it still counts as silver. And it still fills the spot till now. I'll have to get a nice one like that one. Whoo, that's a pretty one. That one is still a pretty silver quarter though, because silver is always beautiful to have. Now for another quarter in a quarter album, we're going to go silver again. I do have a circulated 1936, so this is going to go on the first page. This one is out of Philly. That's going to fill another early date spot in this album. Let's add another silver quarter to our album. Here is the spot, and we're going to drop it in. The older these quarters are, the harder it is for me to find them in nice uncirculated condition, but can't complain when you get a silver in the album. It is time to put another quarter in the quarter album. Today's quarter is a 1989 out of Denver. Has a little surface dirt, a little wear on it, but it's still in pretty nice shape. Some dings and scratches, but overall, a pretty nice coin that will fill a spot. The reverse does look better than the obverse, except for the dirt on the surfaces. This will fill a spot nicely until we get a nice, more pristine quarter to put in the album. Here we go, 1999 out of Denver. I'm gonna fill a spot right there in the album. Nice, very nice. That'll hold a good spot until we get it filled with a better coin. It is time to add another quarter to the quarter album. Today's coin is a 1971 out of Denver. It does have some details, but it does have a lot of surface scratches and dings on it. It is a circulated quarter, but it is a pretty nice one with some good details. So this will fill a spot until we get a more pristine example. Always nice to fill a spot in the album, and it's always great to find that upgrade. Let's plop this in there and fill another spot. All right, here we go. Plop that in, and we have another spot filled. Not a bad coin, other than the surface scratches and dings. That would be a pretty nice one. That'll be a good spot fill until we find a better one. Very cool. Filling spots and filling up the album for now. It's time to add another quarter to our quarter album. Today's quarter is a 1958 silver quarter. This one is a slight bit circulated, but it does have a lot of good detail. Has some of that nice luster on it. This one is a Denver. Some nice original toning there. This will be a nice spot filled for our album. Let's put it in there and fill another spot. All right, we are all the way down at the bottom of the page here. And here we go. We're gonna put that in. And there we have it. That is a 90% silver quarter. Looking good in the album. Got that luster and has some good details. Very nice coin for the album. It's silver time for quarter album. We have a pretty slick 1943. This one is out of San Francisco. Once I get back past about 1955, I'm having a harder time getting the nice, newer, shiny ones without paying a hefty premium. And I want to fill the album, so we're going to pop in a slick silver. Hey, it is still 90% silver. And here we go. While not perfect, it will fill the spot. You see all the others here. Is probably the nicest, oldest one I have here is the nice 1943, but we just put in this one, 1943S. We'll get an upgrade for it at some point. I don't know when, but it's always nice to put a silver in your album. And part of the fun is finding the upgrades for your album. It's time to add another silver quarter to our quarter album. And this one is a 1956 out of Denver. It is circulated, but it does have some little bit of details left. This one is out of Denver. There's the mint mark down there. 1956 out of Denver. A nice silver quarter to add to the album. Let's put it in there and enjoy another spot fill. And here we have another silver quarter going in the album. Not perfect, but it's hard to beat silver in your hand and in your albums. Nice spot fill. Will be upgraded at some point, but until then, we're filling up the album and enjoying the process as we go. It's time to add another quarter to our quarter album. Today's quarter is a pretty nice 1996 out of Denver. Has a couple of surface-related scratches, but you know, it still has all that detail and it is still in pretty nice shape. I'm going to toss this in and fill another spot in the album. Here we go. That's one more spot filled for the album. It's coming along nicely. Got to get all these quarters in the album. So let's keep moving. Today's quarter, we're going all the way back to 1946, and we're going to add this silver quarter to our album. Very cool. This one is from Denver. This will fill a spot and is another 90% silver quarter to go in the album. And here's the spot. Let's drop this quarter in. And there we have it. That is one more quarter filled in the album. It is rough. Will be upgraded at some point. Today's quarter in our quarter album is a 1974. This one is a Philly. It does have some dark surfaces, some dark toning of discoloration on the surfaces, but it does have some nice details on it still. We're going to plop this in and fill another spot. Okay, here we go. Put that in the spot, and that is another quarter. Filling up. Album's filling up nicely. Let's keep on moving. Today's quarter is another silver, and it is a 1940 out of Denver. This one is pretty slick and rough, but still counts as a silver quarter. You can't beat silver, except with more silver maybe, or gold. Here we are down at the bottom of the first page. Plop that in, and there we have it. That's another silver quarter in the album. Filling spots with real money. Today's quarter, we got a 1982 clad out of Denver. This one has a little detail in the hair, but it is well circulated. 1982 and 1983, there were no mint sets, so it is harder to find the nicer coins in those years. But we're going to fill a spot with this one. This is the best one I have, and hopefully we get a nicer one at some point soon. Here we go. We're putting this in right above this beautiful proof. There were proofs in 82 and 83, but not mint sets. So the business strike circulated coins are harder to find. We'll fill in a spot, so that's good. Today's quarter for the quarter album is a 1990. This one has some color on the surfaces. Don't know if that's tone or that's discoloration, but it is in nice shape. Otherwise, it's a 1990 out of Denver. Whether or not that is tone, I kind of like how the back details just pop off of the coin. Either way, this is going to fill the spot for now. Pretty decent shape. So let's add this to the album. Okay, there we have it. That is another spot filled. Details are pretty good. Surface color could be better, but that is another spot filled. This quarter, we have another slick silver coming to the album. 1948 out of Philly. This one has seen better days. Not as bad as some of the ones I've seen, but still pretty slick. It fills the spot for the album, so let's put it in. Okay, here we go. Boom, that is another silver quarter in the album. A very special edition for the quarter album today. I got a card from Indigon Demon in the mail this week, and he sent me a quarter to go in our album. I will put a link to Indigon Demon's channel, so do go check him out and tell him thank you. And we have a very beautiful 1936. This is a high quality, high grade. This is going to be the best coin, the best early estate coin in the album. This one is a Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an upgrade. This is a very nice coin. Here's the old one, and here's the new one. That is definitely an upgrade. Let's switch it out. Okay, here we go. Boom. Look at that beautiful early date quarter in the album. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. And the best looking earliest date coin in the album so far. Today's quarter, we're going to the 60s. Early days of clad. We have a 1968 out of Denver. This one is a little bit circulated here, but it is still in decent shape. This will fill another spot in the album. And there we have it. One more spot filled. Early date 60 clad. 1965 was the first year for clad. 64 was the last year for silver. And there we have a 68 filling spot. We will need to upgrade for that at some point. But until then, let's keep filling spots. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have another early date silver, 1937. This one is from San Francisco. Yeah, this one is rough, but is still silver and it will fill the spot. So let's go ahead and add it in right now. Here we have it. This is the first 1937 going in the album. It is a little rough, but it will fill the spot. It's time for another quarter for a quarter album. We're going to the 80s today with this 1985 out of Denver. It is a little circulated, but it does have some pretty decent detail. This will fill a spot until we get the better one for it. So let's drop this in. Okay, here we go. Dropping a quarter in the album, filling the spot. Things are moving along nicely. Let's keep on plugging away. Our quarter for today is a 1950s silver quarter. This one is from San Francisco. This one is a little worse for wear, but we're going to drop another silver quarter in the album. The album is coming along nicely. Let's drop this in, and there we have another silver quarter added to our album. Okay, we are getting down to the last couple dozen of quarters I have on hand to put in my album, and then I will have to definitely search for more. I'm looking for new quarters to go in here, but I gotta fill with what I have right now. Hopefully I'll have some new ones here. Let's put today's quarter in though. I got a 1981 out of Philly. This one is a little bit circulated, but in still pretty nice shape for a 1981. So let's add this to the album. Okay, there we go. That is another spot being filled. Nice. One more quarter for the album. What's next for our album? I have a 1940 silver quarter. This one is a San Francisco. Nice. This one is circulated. It is an old quarter, 56 years old. Nice. Let's put this in and fill another spot. Here we have the spot down at the bottom of the first page. Getting a quarter in. It's always great to put that quarter in the spot. And I think it's even funner to upgrade that quarter when you get a better one. Nice spot fill with a silver quarter, and an upgrade will be coming for that at some point. But let's keep on plugging holes. Today's quarter is a 1993 out of Philly. It does have some slight circulation on it, but it is a pretty nice quarter overall. Has some really great details on the back. Maybe some very, very light circulation on it, but this will definitely fill the spot in the clad section of the album. And here we go. Plop that in. That is another spot filled. Oops, it's a little crooked. I will fix that later. But that is another quarter going in quarter album, and not a bad one at that. Today's quarter, we're going back to 1946. Another pretty slick quarter. Has a little bit of tone on there, but nothing impressive. This one is San Francisco. You can see the mint mark down here at the bottom. So we are going to put this in the 1946 San Francisco slot. Nice slick quarter, but it is silver, and silver is always better than no silver. Ooh, here we go. We're going to plug that in, and this page is starting to fill up. That is a 1946S silver quarter. Nice quarter for the album. Our album we're working on is the original Washington quarter design, 1932 to 1998. So today's quarter is a 1998 final date of the original Washington Eagleback design there. This one is pretty nice, has some little circulation wear on it, but this one will definitely fill a spot in the final date of the album. And here we are on the last page of the album. Last dated spots for the 98. So we have the 98 Philly, which could use an upgrade. It's pretty nice. Denver, it's a little bit nicer. And we do have the Proof 98. We do need to find a silver Proof, but that'll come later. 1998 Philly, final date of the album. Album's coming along nicely, getting it filled up. Okay, it is silver time for our album. 1952, another slick silver quarter. This one is Philly because there's no mint mark down here at the bottom. So let's add this to the spot and fill another hole in the album. Here we go. Just gonna fill another spot. I will be going to the coin shop at some point soon, and I will be looking for nicer quarters, especially the silver ones, and hopefully we'll be able to find some upgrades. But if not, we're going to fill all these spots with what I have. It's always nice to add a silver quarter to your quarter album. Even if it is slick, it's still silver and still holds its real value. Next quarter for our quarter album, we're going all the way to the last page. Got a 1997 out of Philly. This one has some dirt on it, unfortunately. I did find it in circulation, but it is pretty nice. It's the nicest 97 out of Philly I've come across so far. So we're going to plug this in the album till we get a better one. Let's go ahead and toss it in. Okay, here we go. There are not a whole lot of spots left on this final page. This is the last clad going in on this page, Everything else is a proof, and all the rest, except for one, are the silver proofs. Do need one 1997 regular proof, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 silver proofs to fill up this page. And I got some empty spots that I will fill up with something. I'll figure those out later. It's Slick Silver time, going back to 1949 with a Slick Silver to add to the album. This one has a Denver mint mark on the reverse, so this is 1949 out of Denver. We're going to plug another hole in the album. Here we go, final spot on this page. Well, the last spot on this page, we are filling up with a silver quarter. I have only 3 more empty spots on this page that I need to fill with some silver quarters. So nice. This page is almost filled, and then we will just have to work on the upgrades. Today we are going to the 80s, 89 Philly circulated quarter. This one, the camera is picking up a lot more dings and scratches and reflecting a lot more of the surface imperfections than I can see with my eye, but this is still a decent quarter that I have found in circulation. Until I find a better one, we are going to add it to the album. Let's go ahead and plug it in now. And here we go. Drop that in the spot, and we have another hole filled for the album. Nice. The album's coming along. Gonna have to be doing some searching for some new quarters here soon. Next quarter for the album, we got a 1951 silver quarter. This one has a little bit of detail left on it. Not quite as slick as some of the ones I've been putting in here lately, but it is still a silver quarter, and it is from San Francisco. Nice. Let's fill that spot up with a silver quarter. 1, 2, 3 spots left on this page to fill. Let's go ahead and toss this one in here and fill the spot. Nice. This page is almost filled. 2 more spots to go. It's always great putting that silver quarter in your album. We'll have to do a breakdown of where the album is soon, but until then, let's keep adding quarters. Today's quarter is a 1969. This one is a Philly. It does have a little scratch there on the surface of the coin there on the head, and it does have some circulation, but it is fairly decent shape, and we'll fill another spot. And here we go. Let's drop that in, and that fills another spot. This album is filling up nicely. We'll have to take a look at it here soon. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a pretty nice 1990. This one is a Philadelphia. The surfaces look a little suspect. Doesn't quite look polished. Maybe it got heated, maybe in a dryer or something, but it has great detail, and it is in pretty nice shape. We're going to fill the spot, and keep our eye out for a nicer one. Okay, here is the spot. Let's drop that in. And that is a pretty nice 1990 going in the album. Filling up these spots. Let's keep on going. We have a special quarter going in our album today. The only place you can get it is in this 1976 Bicentennial Silver Uncirculated set. This isn't a proof. This is a special quarter that is a business strike and is 40% silver. This one is in quite nice shape, and thankfully we don't have to cut this one out because I was finally able to secure one at a coin shop. This one, while not quite as nice as the one that's still in this package, it still has a lot of nice luster and is in quite nice shape. It would still be graded as a mint state, although a little bit lower than the one in the package. I'm going to drop that in, and boom, fill that last 1976 spot. Now, it was hard for me to find one of these already opened out of the package, and I'm glad I did. This is the iconic bicentennial design and the last one we needed to fill the spot in the album. It's time to add the silver proofs to our album. This is the 92 here. This one is quite nice shape. I was able to pick all these up for a good price from a coin shop, so I figured it was time to place them in the album. All right, here we go. Put this one in here, and we're going to do the 93 tomorrow, and we will continue on in date order. That is a very nice, beautiful proof, and it is silver. on top of that. Very cool. The next silver proof to go on our album, we have a 93S. This one has some toning on it. This one was in an album there, and it has some toning on the edges, on the sides, on the edges there. But the back is pretty clean. So that is going to fill the next spot in our album. Let's go ahead and put it in. Here we go. This is the last silver proof spot on this page. And here we have the 93 silver proof in the album. That's 2 of the silvers in the album. We got 4 more left to go. Let's keep on going. Today's silver proof, we have a 94 going to date order. This one is quite nice. The fills are really clean, and that deep cameo finish there is really nice. The reverse looks just as nice. Let's add this to the album and make it look that much better. Here we go. This is the final page of the album, and one of the very few coins we have left to fill. That is a really nice addition to the album. Very cool adding silver, especially newer proof silver to the album. Next silver proof for the album, 1995. This is another very nice high quality proof we're going to toss in the album. Let's go ahead and put this one in as well. Here we go. We are getting this album filled up nicely. 95, just 94, 95, tomorrow's 96. Let's keep on plugging away with these silver proofs. Next up in the silver proofs, 1996. Another beautiful silver quarter for the album, and another for the last page. Let's toss this one in and just keep on filling these proofs, these silver proofs. Very nice coins to add. Okay, let's drop this one in the spot. And it's always great when you add that silver proof to the album. 1996. Here's the proof. It's got a nice little tone on it, but this one is made out of silver. Very cool. The last and final date of the silver proofs in this album is the 98. Now I have some bad news. I did not get the 97, so I am short 1 silver proof, so I have to get that as well. But we're going to put in this 98 silver proof today. It is a very gorgeous coin. Let's add this in to the album. And final year in this album. Final silver proof. Popping in there. Very cool. Now again, unfortunately, I did not get the 97 silver, so I've got to find that one. And I got to find a proof. Those are the last 2 on this page. Everything else is filled. And then I got 6 empty spots that I will add something to. I might, you know what? I might have something we could put in there. Let's fill an empty spot tomorrow. Let me see what I got around here. But until then, very cool silver proof in the album. Today's quarter doesn't have a spot in the album here, and that is because it is a 1964 silver proof quarter. This one was minted in Philadelphia. Most albums start the proofs at 1968 when they went to San Francisco, but before then, most proofs were minted in Philadelphia, but we are going to add this to one of the empty spots at the end. And here is the blank spot. This is the first blank spot on the final page, and we're going to pop in a silver proof there. And there we have a 1964 proof silver coin. I do have 5 more spots to fill up. I'm not sure what I'm going to put into those yet, but we'll find some awesome coins to add in here. Very cool. Another silver proof to go along with the others we've just added. Today, we're going to go back to the early date of Clad. We have a 1968 out of Denver. This coin will fill a spot in the album. Well, is it going to fill a spot? Let's find out and see if that's going to be a fill or not. And while it's not going to fill a spot, it is going to upgrade. The old one in there is a little slick, a little worn, and this one has quite good details. Not perfect, but much better than this. Let's go ahead and upgrade that quarter. I popped out the old one, and it is a little bit of a circulated quarter, but now we have more of an uncirculated quarter going in here. Let's get this album improved. Nice and shiny quarters as we can find them. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a nice 1950. This one is from San Francisco. This is pretty nice. It does have a little circulation, a few marks on it, and it does look like When it was struck, the die that was used had some die deterioration on it. But still, it is a pretty nice quarter with some luster left on it. Let's check it against the album. And it looks like we're going to have an upgrade here. This coin is definitely better condition than the one we have in there. That is definite upgrade for sure. Let's get this coin switched out. Take a good look at it. And here we have the album upgraded. Very nice coin, very nice quarter. The album's getting better and better. Let's keep on plugging in some coins in this album. Today's quarter for quarter album, we are going to be filling a proof spot, 1974S. The surface has a few little spots on it from being in another album, but the reverse has some nice little tone up in the top corner, some nice little purple tone on it, but it still has that nice deep cameo finish. Can't quite catch it in the light, but it looks like a beautiful coin. It's going to fill a spot in the album. Here we go, filling one more spot in this album with nice proof. Another beautiful proof going in the album, filling spots and making the album that much nicer and that much better. Today's quarter for the album, we have a 1939. We're going all the way back to the 30s with a nice quarter, slightly circulated, has some good detail on it. Let's see, this one is from Philly. There's no mint mark on the reverse. This is a nice quarter from the 30s. Let's put it in the album and fill another spot. There is the empty spot, and we are now one more silver quarter filling up the first page. This one is one of the nicer ones on the page. Very cool. Awesome silver quarter fill. Awesome early date quarter. Before we fill any more spots, let's take a break and look at each page and see where we're at on the album. This first page has probably the most spots left to fill, a total of 6 spots left to fill. The nicest coin on this page is this 1936. That is a very beautiful coin, but we do have some other nice coins on this page as well. We just recently filled out 1939 with some good detail, but a lot of these coins will need to be upgraded at some point. Page number 2, we got a really nice 1943 here, and this is where we start getting into some nicer quarters for all the dates. 1945S is probably the nicest one on this page as well. This page only has 3 spots missing right down here. We'll be filling those at some point soon, but the rest of these, again, will need to be upgraded. For page number 3, starting at 1950 here, we do have some really nice coins on this page. 1950S being the first one, but then around 55 or so we run into where we start really getting some blinkers. We have some nice toning on some of these as well. And we only have 2 open spots on this page. You see the 1955 there is a nice blinging white example of a coin. And then from there, they just start to get better and better mostly. We do still have some that do need to be replaced, but this is the first page of silver that has a lot of nice stuff on it. Page number 4 has some beautiful silver coins. These are the last of the circulating business strike quarters on these years. Some of these that I have in here are gorgeous examples. Some of them have some gorgeous tone. And here is 64 is the last date of the silver, and we start to get into the clads. We have some nice clads here, some nice proofs. This is the first page with the proofs. We are missing 5 coins on this page total. We will be filling those up at some point soon. Very nice coins on this page. Page number 5, we have a mostly full page of clad. We are missing 4/4 on this page. A lot of these are pretty nice. We got some nice proofs. There are a couple that could use some upgrades. This page also has the bicentennials, and 2 of the bicentennials are silver. That's the business strike, and this is the proof right here. Really nice coins on this page. A couple definitely need to upgrade. 1978S is a very beautiful proof with some very beautiful tone. And that is it for page number 5. Page number 6, we have some gorgeous proofs and some nice clad coins. This is the only page in the whole album that does not have any silver on it. This is all clad. And look at that beautiful 83 and 82 proof there. Some really nice coins, but some do need to be upgraded. The best coins on this page is definitely the proofs, in my opinion. We are missing 5 spots, and we will need to upgrade a few of these coins. Page number 6 is missing 4 spots as well we need to fill. And the best coins on this page are the proofs. That 1987 that we just looked at is beautiful. So is this 89, just some beautiful toning. But the clad probably needs a lot of help on this page. I've had a hard time finding good clad in the early 90s. But the proofs, and here we start the silver proofs, 1992. So that is really cool to get some silver proofs late in the book here. Final page, page number 8, has a lot of nice proofs, has a lot of nice silver proofs in it, and some decent clad as well. We have 2 dated spots that we are missing. Both of them are proof 97 and the silver 97. The rest are filled spots here. We also have some undated spots down here at the bottom that we will be filling at some point. And 1998 is the last dated spot. We did stick a 64 silver proof in here, but we have more spots to fill. This is a gorgeous tone proof, and we do have some nice proofs in here. 2 spots left, plus some bonus spots. Let's get those filled. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1997 proof. Very cool. This is a really nice quality proof, and we're going to add it in on the last page of the album. Okay, let's put this quarter in this album here. This is the second to last spot on this page. And there we have the 97 proof added to the album. I need the 97 silver proof to finish up the last page, but very cool. Very cool, nice proof. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have another proof. I'm showing the reverse first because look at that nice, beautiful tone around the outside there. It's got a nice little yellowish orange tone with a nice little band of bluish purple there. This one is a 1985 proof. It's got a little bit of the same colors on the obverse. This is going to fill a spot very nicely. And here we go. Let's add this very, very beautiful, nice proof to the album. That is a great addition and filling another spot. Look at that tone. Very beautiful proof. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1977 proof. This is a pretty nice quarter from the 70s. It has a little bit of cloudiness on the surfaces, unfortunately, but otherwise this is a nice proof, and it will be filling the album nicely. Let's go ahead and add it in the album. Okay, let's drop that in the spot. That is a really nice, another addition to the album. Very cool. Another spot filled with another beautiful quarter. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1937 out of Philly. This one is a bit worn. It is an early date silver quarter, and we'll fill the spot till we get a nicer one. Let's go ahead and put it in the album. And here we go, filling another spot on the first page. Album is getting filled up quite nicely. We do have a bunch to upgrade, but we're going to keep filling spots while we can. Very cool. Nice silver quarter for the album. Today's quarter for the quarter album. I had thought about not adding this coin. This is a very, very slick 1936 out of San Francisco. Thought about it and I decided, oh, we'll go ahead and put it in here. This one is a very, very low grade, probably AG3 or Pour 2. On a scale of 1 to 70, 2 or 3 is pretty low. But it will fill a spot, and the earlier dates are harder to come across. So let's go ahead and put this in. The slickest quarter going in the album. I will be looking for an upgrade, but let's get them spots filled with what I have. Okay, here we go. Boop. And there we have the slickest coin in the album. It's still silver, and it is an early date, so that is cool. But definitely need an upgrade at some point. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we're going back to 1946 with a San Francisco minted silver quarter. This one has some toning on it. Nice thick around the edge there, but speckled throughout. Speckling kind of hides some of the details on this coin, but it has some decent details, probably about average circulation wear. Let's go ahead and add this to the album. Well, when I said add, looks like we're going to be upgrading. The one we have in here is pretty slick. This one has a little more detail, and since I have it out here, we're going to go ahead and upgrade. Here we go. We're going to pop that one in, and then just a quick compare. You can see how slick this one is. So it is a better, nicer coin. I've been trying to hold out for some nicer coins for upgrades, but you know, since I had it and we were filming, might as well upgrade. Still, album does look nicer. And silver is still silver, no matter how it looks. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a nice proof from 1993. This has some really nice colored tones on it. I think I can hit the light just there and you can see some of them. Will look so much nicer in hand. Look at that little gold orange on the back. This is a beautiful proof. If I hit it like that, and you can see that deep cameo on there. Frosty devices. Nice mirror-like fills there. Some beautiful tone on it. Let's go ahead and add this to the album. Fill another spot. And here we are down at the bottom of this page here. Let's get that popped in there. And there we go. Another beautiful proof going in the album. The album is filling up nicely. Getting those spots filled with some pretty coins. Very, very nice. Today's quarter for the quarter album is a 1994 out of Denver. This one is a little circulated, and the camera is picking up more of the surface imperfections than you can see in hand. But you can still see this is a quite nice shape, has a lot of detail left, as other than the surface imperfections, is in quite nice shape for what it is. I did find this in circulation and have not come across a nicer one. So this will fill the spot for now until I can get that nice mint state example. And here we go down at the bottom of this page, and there we have another spot filled. Not a bad coin to put in here, not perfect, but it will definitely fill the spot nicely until we get a better one there. This quarter for the quarter album, we got another early date, 1937. This one is from Denver. This quarter is pretty slick, but it is a nice old silver quarter. Early date Washington silver quarter we will be adding to the album. These older ones are harder to come by in nicer states, so this one will be a nice spot fill. And here we go. And there we have it. That is another old silver quarter going in the album. It will be a while before I get a nicer one of these because it is older. So filling up a spot with old silver is always a good feeling. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a nice 1990 proof quarter. This one has that deep mirror fills and nice frosty finishes. This one does not have any tone on it, so everything is just popping with the dark surfaces and those white frosty details of all the devices there. Very cool. Really nice coin. Gonna fill a nice spot in the album. Okay, and here we go. Get that in the album. And there we have another nice looking, really nice proof there going in the album. Very cool. Ace quarter for a quarter album. We got a fun upgrade here. We got a 1976 Bicentennial. There is the drummer boy on the back. This coin has some really good details. May not be quite uncirculated, but it is in nice shape. This is a Denver. Little tone around the outside here. This will be upgrading the spot. Let's go ahead and grab that spot and upgrade this quarter. Here we have the two to compare. This one is dirty and circulated. Nice one, but I found that circulation, this one is a nicer coin overall. Let's go ahead and get that swapped out. And just so you can see the difference in the obverse, there's the new one and here's the old one. Much nicer. All our other 1976s are reverse facing, so is this one. And there we have a nice upgraded Bicentennial. It's pretty nice. Not perfect. I might upgrade that again if I could find a nicer one, but that is a pretty solid upgrade. Today's quarter for our quarter album, we have a silver S minted 1948. That is got some decent detail. Looks like it's been polished up a little bit, but it is still a nice silver quarter to add to the album. Let's go ahead and toss it in. And here we go. We drop that in the spot and take a nice look at that. And there we have another silver quarter for the album. Filling up the spots with silver is always a great filling. Ace quarter for a quarter album. We have another silver 1952 out of Denver. This is a little bit slick here, not terribly. Still has some okay detail in the face and such. But this is another silver quarter to fill a spot, and you can't go wrong when you stick a silver quarter in your album. And I drop that quarter in, and there we have another silver quarter filling a spot. It's always nice to put a silver quarter in your album, and even better when you find that nicer one for the upgrade. Today's quarter for our quarter album, we have an amazing quarter to put in our album. 1932. This is a nice uncirculated example of the very first date of Washington quarters. This is going to upgrade the one we have in there. This one is from Philly and it is in great shape. This is an awesome addition to the album. Let's go ahead and toss it in there and upgrade another spot. And there is the old one that's in there, nice and circulated, but that is the first year. And we are going to replace it with this nice new one. Here we go. Amazing quarter going in the album. How about that? Very first quarter on the very first page, very first year, and we have a doozy of a nice coin. That is awesome. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we're going to 1974 Denver. This one is a nice mint state. It's got a few surface issues with it, but it is a nice mint state coin, and we are going to be upgrading this. And 70 coins were hard to find in good condition, especially the early 70s. So this is a nice upgrade for the album. And here we have the one we have in there does have some good detail, but it is a little bit worn and has some surface issues to it. We're just going to be upgrading to a very nice example here. Okay, here we go. There we have another nice upgrade for the album. Not perfect, it has a little bit of a fingerprint mark, but that is a much nicer coin going in a spot that is a little harder to find in good condition. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we got a Proof 1986. This is quite nice. There's a little tiny spot on the surface there in the middle, unfortunately. But that is a very nice proof, and it's going to fill a spot in the album. Okay, here we go. Drop that proof in the open spot there. There we have another nice coin in the album. Very cool. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have another nice, shiny, high quality, early date quarter. This is 1942. This one is a Philly. This one is in amazing shape. We will be upgrading this spot and making the album just so much nicer with a nice quality quarter. Doesn't take much to see how good of an upgrade that is. Well, let's get the old coin out of there and get this new, nicer one in. And here we go. I'm gonna drop that in, and look at how nice that is. That is awesome. Another nice coin going in the album. A nice old silver coin. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1988 proof. This is a pretty nice shape. It does have some surface cloudiness on it. But otherwise, this will fill up a spot in the album quite nicely. Let's toss it in there and get that spot filled. And here we go. And there we have it. That is a nice 1988 proof. I'm going to keep plugging these holes away and get them all filled at some point. And that includes the proofs. Awesome. Today's quarter for the quarter album, a pretty nice 1973 out of Denver. This will be an upgrade for the spot. It's not perfect, but it is quite nice shape. It is still would be considered a mint state coin, so that is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and toss it in and upgrade that spot. And here's the one that's in there. It is not bad for an early 70s. They are a bit harder to find in good condition, but we did find one in much better shape, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. And here is the fun part. Dropping that quarter in, and there we have a nice early date 70s coin upgrading the album. It's hard to get the nice ones from this era. You have to look for them, but they are definitely worth finding and plopping in the album. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we got another proof, 1971 Esmonded proof. This one isn't perfect, does have a little surface wear on it. But if you notice, it has a bit of a cameo finish. In the 1971s, where that is not common. You can kind of see it there, how the cameo is on it. The reverse, however, does not have the cameo. So this would not grade a cameo, deep cameo, for grading purposes. So it has to have cameo on all surfaces, and you have to see it from all the directions. But otherwise, that is a nice proof. We're going to add it to the album. Here is the spot. We're going to drop that in there. And there we have a nice 1971 proof. Not perfect, but it does have a little bit of cameo on the surface of the obverse. And that is always a bonus to me when you get the coins that aren't supposed to have the cameo with the cameo. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a 1992 proof. Got a little surface issues on the obverse. I am getting these cracked out from albums and what have you out of proof sets, so some of them are going to have some issues with them. But the best part about this coin is this one is going to fill the last spot on page number 7, the first page that's going to have all spots filled. How about that? Let's go ahead and plug this in and get one page all filled up. And here we go. This is the final spot. It doesn't have a quarter on the 7th page here. And there we have it. Another proof added to the album. And the first page that is completely filled up. And here's a quick look at the page. All spots are filled. Some need upgrades, but we will get to those. It's awesome to have a page filled with 7 more to go. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we got a 1965. This is not perfect, but it is pretty nice. Probably a low mint state example. This is going to upgrade the one we have in there. So let's take a look and compare and get it switched out. And here is the comparison of the coins. The one in there has a few more surface issues, some dirt on it, some grime. This one is just a nice cleaner, nicer example. Not much of a large upgrade, but it's still an upgrade. Let's get them switched out. Okay, here we go. We're going to drop this one in there. And we have a nice upgrade there on this 1965. Just a nice cleaner quarter, a lot less issues. And you can't beat a nice quarter going in the album. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a special edition 1932 This is the Denver. This is the key date. This is the key date that is hardest to get for this series. Lowest mintage quarter and costly in high grades. I can't afford a nice one, but I did pick up this one. This one's probably in VG, very good. And this will fill the spot in the album. Unless I come across a nice upgrade for this one, which probably won't happen. We're gonna fill the spot with this for now. And here we go. And get that put in there. And there we have probably the hardest quarter in this whole series to collect. Maybe one day we'll get an upgrade, but I was unsure I'd actually get this one and put it in here at any point. So just having one and getting it in here is a nice addition to the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album is going to be the first of 3 bonus spot fills. We have a 1965. This is an SMS quarter. Now, an SMS quarter was a special mint set. In 1965, 6, and 7, there were no mint marks placed on coins, no mint sets, and no proof sets sold. The only option was to get an SMS set. And we're going to fill a bonus spot with one of each date coin. So in 1965, the SMS sets came in an envelope. This one is sealed, so I can't open this one up for you. But in 66 and 67, they came in a little blue box here. And here is one of those. This is the 1966 set. The 1965 SMS set's going to go here. 66 and 67 are going to go right next to it. That is a bonus spot fill for the album. Very cool. Fun to add some bonus coins to the album. Today we're continuing on with our SMS quarters. We're doing the 1966 today. This is the special mint set quarter from 1966. No coins in 1965, 6, and 7 had mint marks. So we are going to put this in one of the bonus spots right next to the 65. Let's go ahead and add it in and fill another spot. And here is the second SMS coin going in one of these bonus spots. And so far, 65, 66 are in here. We'll put the 67 right here. Nice to add another special mint set to the album. And today we're putting in our final SMS quarter, 1967. The SMS sets only ran for 3 years, and due to collectors' feedback and pushback, the mint went back to proof sets and mint sets after 1967. So there we have it. This is going to be the last SMS bonus coin added to the album. We'll have a few more bonus spots for now. Let's get the 67 pushed in this bonus spot. And there we have the final year of the special mint set coins going to the album. We still have 2 bonus spots left to fill, and we'll figure out what to put in those. But it's always nice to add more coins to the album, and getting special mint sets in here I thought was a nice addition. Today's quarter for the quarter album, a pretty nice Cameo 1972 proof quarter here. Now 1972 I believe was the first year that the Cameo devices, the details there, were more common on the proofs than they were prior. So starting in 72 and on, you got a lot more proofs in this Cameo, deep Cameo type of effect going. Otherwise, this is a very awesome coin to be adding to the album. Okay, here we go. Got it in the spot. We're going to pop that in there. And there we have another awesome fill for the album. Nice proof. Fill in a spot. We have one more spot on this page to fill, it looks like. It's the 1972 Philly. I gotta get me a nice one of those put in here. Let me see if I can find one. Maybe we'll fill that one soon. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a Type 2 1979. This coin is more rare than a Type 1 to find. Unfortunately, this one does have some surface spots. Not having to get a Type 2 mint set and break it apart to get one of these out for the album is nice. The difference between a Type 1 and a Type 2, the mint mark here on the Type 2 is a bit more clear and more pronounced. The Type 1 is a bit more of a blob. Now the Type 2 is more rare and harder to find, so it does hold a little bit of a premium over the Type 1, and unfortunately this one is not perfect, but this will definitely fill a spot. Now at some point I'll probably be upgrading this, but until then, let's go ahead and add this in and fill that spot in the album. Let's pop this one in here. And that does fill the spot in the album. And there we have the 1979 Type 2 proof spot filled. Unfortunately, it does have the spots on them. It still fills the spot, and maybe one day we'll upgrade it. Until then, nice spot filled in the album. Today's quarter for the quarter album, I have a pretty circulated 1938. This one is a Philadelphia. This will be filling the spot there. It is pretty circulated. It is an early date. I'm pulling out all the last few quarters that I have to go on this album. I haven't been able to get a hold of some newer quarters, nicer quarters, so I am going back to my stash of hole fillers. So we're going to be filling holes for now, and then we'll upgrade later. All right, I'm plugging this 1338 out of Philly in here. It is pretty slick, but it will fill a spot. It is still silver. 90% silver is always better than no silver at all, slick or not. We have one spot left on the first page, this 1939S, so we'll have to fill that up. But that is an awesome silver to go in the spot. Still plenty of upgrades needed, and this will be one of those. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have another silver 1948. This one has some average circulation on it, probably middle of the road, some scratches and stuff. This one is a Denver. This will be filling a spot and will be another silver for the album. Okay, here we go. That is another silver added to the album. And the second to last spot on this page, we need the 47 right above it, a Philly, but we have it filled. Another spot. This album is filling out nicely. Let's see what else we can put in here. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we're going to the second year of clad with this 1966. This one is a bit circulated. You got some little nicks and scratches on it, but this will fill the spot for the 66. These are a little harder to come by, nicer shape in the 60s and early 70s. So this will be a nice spot to fill for now until we get that better coin. Okay, let's drop that 1966 in the spot. And there we have another spot filled. In 1966, there were no standard mint sets, so you can't get nice and circulated coins from the mint sets, so these are harder to come by. The only thing out in 65, 6, and 7 was the special mint sets, and it had a kind of, it was in between the business strike and the proof, and there were no proofs for those years either. So filling a spot is nice, and that one's decent, but hopefully we'll find a better one at some point. Until then, we got a nice spot fill. Today's quarter for our quarter album, we have a 1971. This one is pretty dinged up. Still has a little bit of detail, got some cloudiness on the surface. But this is the nicest one I've been able to get my hands on, so this is what's going in the album for now. Let's go ahead and add this in and fill another spot. And we are down here at the bottom corner of this page. I'm going to drop this one in and fill another spot. That one is definitely one we will upgrade at some point, but right now, they're going to fill the spot. Very cool. It's another spot filled. The album is filling up nicely. Let's keep on plugging away. Today's quarter for our quarter album, we have a 1939. This is an S mini quarter. This is going to be the final spot fill on the first page. So this will be the second page we have filled every spot with a coin. This one is a bit circulated, but filling spots and upgrading are really fun to do. So let's get this spot filled and fill another page in the album. So here we go, filling the final spot on this first page. Which is really cool, getting the first page all filled, 1932 to 1941. Nice. Now this one is one we're going to look for upgrades for, but this might be a little bit harder to find an upgrade for being so old. Still, it's another silver quarter, another page filled, making progress. Let's see if we can fill some more pages. Today's quarter for our quarter album, we have a 1947. This one is out of Philly. This one is circulated and has seen better days, definitely, but we're going to fill the last spot on the second page. So this is going to be the third page we have filled in the album, 3rd of 8. So let's get this added in and get another page filled up. Here we go. Final spot on page 2, getting a coin. That is awesome. Unfortunately, it's not much to look at, but it is still silver and it is filling the spot for now. We will have to look for upgrades for this one as well, but another page filled is an awesome fill. In today's quarter for our quarter album, we're going to fill the final spot on page 3 with the 1953 out of Denver. This one is quite circulated, but if you look right here in front of the bank, this one might be considered a spitting eagle. You can find these on just about any date. This looks like could be a die clash, but it is still a silver quarter, and we'll be filling another spot and filling up another page. Let's get this added in and get that spot filled for now. Final spot on page 3. Boom. There we go. And there we have it. That is another silver quarter filling another spot, and I believe this is the last silver quarter spot to fill 1964 and prior for this Washington quarters. Nice to have, very cool, awesome filling. Now let's get some upgrades going for the silver. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we're sticking with some silver, and I've got a 1944 in pretty decent shape. Let's see, this one is a Philadelphia. This one has just a little bit of wear on it, but it still has some pretty good detail on it. Has a little bit of that luster left there. So this is going to be an upgrade. Nice upgrade to a silver quarter. Let's go ahead and compare those and get this switched out. So here's the comparison. You can see the one we have in there. It's not terrible, but it is missing a lot of detail. This one is much more detailed. So that is definitely a good solid upgrade. So let's go ahead and get that switched out. All right. Get that one plugged in. That's a nice little upgrade there for that 44. Very cool. Let's keep on going and find some more cool upgrades for the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a pretty nice 1956. Not perfect, has maybe just a tiny bit of wear on it. This is a Denver. This will be upgrading the spot we have there. So let's go ahead and compare the two and get this switched out. And then we have the 1956 out of Denver that we have in there, and this one you can tell is just a definite step up. Not very much detail on that, and this one is just nicer. Still got a little bit of that luster going, so let's go ahead and get this switched out. All right, here we go. Plugging that in and upgrading another silver quarter. Very nice. That is awesome. Nice to upgrade a silver in the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a pretty nice 1958. This one has really good details, got some luster to it. It's in pretty nice shape. It has a nice thick layer of tone on here. Lots of colors. I don't know if they're all showing up on the camera. Still a very original, nice heavy toned coin in nice shape. And here we have the 1958 dundas in there, and you can tell that this one is just a much nicer coin. And this one is pretty worn and ragged, so that is a solid upgrade. All right, a nice fun toned coin going in the album. Very nice silver quarter with some nice toning. I do enjoy this toning. It may not be the perfect and for everyone. I do have some blessed white coins in here as well. I can see the beauty in both. I'm going for the best coin that I can find for the album, toned or not. Nice album upgrade, awesome silver quarter, nice toning in my opinion. Very cool upgrade and definite conversation starter for sure. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have another nice silver quarter for an upgrade. This one has some thick dark tone on it. I don't know if I can get it on the camera, but it still has some nice thick luster on it under that toning, and it is in quite nice shape. This is 1947 out of Denver. I think you can see the luster on the reverse better. Still has some good details on it. Very nice shape, very nice coin. Let's go ahead and compare and get the spot upgraded. And here you can see the quarter we got in there is pretty beat up, circulated. This one has that nice luster and nice tone and nice details, which you might not be able to see on the camera. It is solid quarter and a definite solid upgrade. All right, that's another toned silver quarter in the album. Very nice coin indeed. Very cool, nice upgrade. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a pretty nice toned 1958 out of Philadelphia. This one is not going to upgrade a spot, but it is going to go in our bonus spot because this is a Type B reverse. Now between 1956 and 1964, there were two main type of reverses used. Type B is the more scarce one to find. Has a larger gap here. The leaf sticks up above the arrows, and the leaf here kind of connects to the A are the main details, and I believe the tail feathers are a little bit stronger. 1956 is the scarce one to find, but still 1958 Type B reversed. Let's go ahead and add it to that bonus spot. Okay, here we go. A Type B reverse going in one of our bonus spots. That means we have one bonus spot left. Very cool. A nice, fun, nice quality 1958 Type B reverse. Awesome coin to put in one of the bonus spots. One more left. Let's see what we can fit in there. Today's quarter four quarter album. We have a 1968 proof quarter. This one has a little bit of surface cloudiness on it, but it is overall a pretty nice proof. This is one of the final proof spots we're going to be adding to the album, so that is really cool. Here we go, filling this spot up. Nice proof addition to the album. Album's coming along nicely. Just got a couple more proof spots to go, a couple more clad spots to go, and all the spots will be filled. Very cool. Let's keep on plugging away and get this album filled up. Today's quarter four quarter album, we're going to be filling another spot. Today we're going clad 1968. This one is in pretty good shape. Got some good details here. This one might be a low mint state or high AU. I'm not seeing hardly any circulation on it, but if there is, it's very minor. All right, well, let's go ahead and add this to the album and fill another spot. Here we go. Let's drop this in the spot. And there we have another spot filled with a really nice quarter. And we only have one spot left on this page to get the page filled. Let's see if I have that quarter next. Today's quarter four quarter album, we have a decently circulated 1969 out of Denver. This one will be filling the final spot on the page it goes in. I haven't been able to find a nicer one than this, so I'm going to go ahead and add it in and fill the spot. Okay, here we go. Last spot on this page is now filled. It is a circulated clad, and we will be getting an upgrade, but filling up a page is really awesome. That's another page that has all the holes filled. More upgrades to come, but let's get this album as filled as we can. Today's quarter for the quarter album, we have a really nice 1972. This one is a Philly. This one has some great details on it. Great shape, nice luster. This is a really nice quarter, and it's going to fill the last spot on the page that it goes in. Let's go ahead and put it in and fill up another page. Here we go, filling another spot in the 70s with a nice quarter. That is pages 1 through 6 are now filled. I only have a few spots left on page 7 and page 8, but there we have it. Nice quarter from 72 filling a spot. Let's see what we're going to do next in the album. Today's quarter four quarter album, we are going to be upgrading a 1976 out of Philly. This one is quite nice shape. Has a few surface scratches, but this one is very shiny, very lustrous. Has some nice slight tone surface there, but it is in beautiful shape. And here is the one that is in there. It's not bad. It's got some dirt spots on it though. And this one is just so much nicer. Much better quality quarter. Gotta make the album that much nicer. And there we have it. It is another really nice quarter upgrade for the album, making the 1976s all that much more better. Some very nice quarters in here. Let's add some more and make the album even better. Today's quarter for a quarter album, I have a 1986 out of Denver. This one is quite nice shape, and this one will be upgrading the spot. Very nice quality quarter from the 80s. And here's the quarter we have in there. Not bad, but it does have a lot of surface scratches on it. This one, much nicer. I think that's a pretty solid upgrade myself. So let's go ahead and switch those out. Here we go. And there we have it. That is a pretty nice 1986 upgrade there. Album's coming along pretty good. Need an 85 out of Philly and an 84 out of Denver. I do not have any of those to go in the album that are nice. Maybe I'll just end up putting some circulated ones unless I can find some nice ones. Until then, it's another nice quarter in the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice 1969. This one is a Philly. This one has some circulation on it, but it is in a really nice shape. Has some slight surface toning on it as well as the circulation. This one will be upgrading the spot nicely. And there we have the one that's in there. Not the best one overall. It does have a lot of surface issues with it. This one is just a much nicer quality quarter, better shine, better details, better surfaces. That's an upgrade for sure. All right, let's plop that one in. Boom. And there we have a really nice quarter upgrade for the album. Not perfect, but much better than what was in there. Very cool. Today's quarter for a quarter album, and tomorrow's as well. We're going to be doing back-to-back 1997s. We're going to start with the Philly. This one is in quite nice shape. Very nice, shiny surfaces there. Nice details. Hardly any surface scratches at all. This one will be a nice upgrade. And here we have the quarter in there. And you can see it is dirty. Has some bit circulation on it. Still has all the details there. But that is a nice upgrade for sure. Let's go ahead and get that switched out and put a nice beautiful quarter in the album. Okay, here we go. Get that pushed in there. And there we have another gorgeous quarter in the album. Still has a couple of minor surface issues, but that is a gorgeous quarter for sure. Today's quarter for a quarter album is our second 1997. This one is from Denver. This one is quite nice shape, just like the one from yesterday. Gorgeous details, nice surfaces, and will be another upgrade for the album. So there we have the quarter that we have in there. Pretty nice overall, but this one is much better. Cleaner, nicer example. It's a smaller step up than some other quarters, but it's still a nice step up if you ask me. Okay, let's get that dropped in and upgrade another spot. And there we have it. That is another nice upgrade for the album. Very cool. Out of 97s, I do need, this is the last coin I need for this page, 97 silver proof. I haven't been able to find it, but we're going to keep upgrading until I do. Very nice, very cool. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we are going to be upgrading a silver quarter. Got a pretty nice 1960 here out of Denver. This one is in pretty decent shape. We got some nice details. I don't know if this would get a mint state. At least get a high AU, if not a low mint state. But that is going to be a nice little upgrade there to the album. And here is the coin that is in there. It is not in the best shape. It's still quite nice, but it does have some surface issues. Got some cloudiness, some weakness in places. This one is just a much better quality overall. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. It does look better in hand than it is showing up on the camera, I believe. Let me know in the comments below if you would upgrade that. All right, let's pop that in there. And there we have it. It's just a nicer, cleaner quarter that I came across. So a nice little upgrade there. And of course, silver in the album is always an awesome sight. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we are going to fill one of our spots left. I finally found a 1997 silver proof quarter here. I have all the other 90s silver proofs, and this one I have been looking for and had a hard time finding. Let's go ahead and put this in and fill that last silver spot, that last proof spot in the book. Well, here we go. This is the final silver and final proof spot filled in the album. This is the last dated spot on the last page. I have 2 coins left to fill, plus a bonus spot, which we will fill after we get the other spots filled. Got a lot of upgrades coming up, so let's go ahead and work on some spots and get this album much nicer. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we're going to fill one of our final spots in the album with this 1984 Denver Clad. It does have some surface scratching on it, unfortunately, but overall, that is a pretty nice coin from the 80s. It's going to fill the spot nicely. Let's go ahead and plug that in and get down to 1 spot left. Okay, we're going to plug this in. And there we have the 1984 Denver, filling the second to last dated spot. I have a 1985 Philly I need to fill. You can see the 92 peeking through from the other side. But yeah, 1 more spot filled after this, 1 more clad, and then we have a bonus spot and lots to upgrade. So let's get to some upgrades while I see if I can find that 85 Philly. Very nice to fill another spot. We are almost there on this quarter album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice upgrade, 1944 out of San Francisco. This coin is in really nice shape, has some nice surfaces, nice details, and will be upgrading a spot very, very well. Let's get that early date switched out and make that album so much more nicer. And here is the new coin we have going in here. We're going to be replacing this old worn one. Very nice upgrade for sure. Let's get those switched out. Here we go. Getting that new one plugged in there. And there we have a beautiful upgrade for the album. It's always great to get that big upgrade in the album, especially if it is an older coin. Very cool, very awesome upgrade. I got a lot of these recently, so we're going to do some upgrades. Let's get more upgraded. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we got another gorgeous silver. This one is from 1950. This one is a Philadelphia. Another great coin to upgrade the album. Let's go ahead and get that spot switched out. Here is our new quarter. We're going to be replacing this one. That is a really circulated quarter. Has a little bit of thick tone on it, but this one is a much nicer quality quarter. Okay, here we go. Plugging in another nice and circulated quarter. Very cool. Very awesome upgrade there. That's another gorgeous silver going in the album. Very awesome to upgrade something like that. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice and shiny 1959. Great details on this one. Nice luster. A couple dings and scratches here, but nothing major. And this is going to be another awesome upgrade for the album. And here's our new coin for the album. Nice details, nice shiny surfaces. The one we have in there has some decent details, but the surfaces are a little dark. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this, and I think that's a pretty good upgrade myself. All right, let's get this coin plugged in there, and we'll take another good look at this nice 1959. Great silver upgrade for the album. Nice coin, has a couple surface dings, but it is an older coin and still in great shape. Today's quarter on a quarter album, we're doing a clad. We've got a lot of silver quarters to upgrade, but I got a clad here. So let's go ahead and do this. This one has some scratches on the surface there, unfortunately. Some striations across the obverse there. But otherwise, this is a pretty nice, overall nice details. 1971 out of Denver. This is going to upgrade the spot. Hopefully I'll come across a better one, but this will be a nice spot holder and a nice upgrade. Here is our new one. It's not perfect, probably in AU condition, but here's the one we have in there. Very circulated, 1971. So that is upgrade material for sure. Okay, here we go. Plugging in a clad quarter. Upgraded a spot. Not bad for clad. And a nice upgrade, making the album look a little bit nicer. That is a pretty decent 71 out of Denver. In the early 70s are a little hard to get. Today's quarter on a quarter album, we have a really nice, gorgeous 1948 silver quarter. This one is in very nice condition, has great detail, has that luster still, and it's going to be a very nice upgrade for the album. This is a 48 out of Philly. And here is the new one. This is the one we're replacing. Well, these old silvers are pretty slick that I have, and I've come across some nice ones, so that is a solid upgrade right there. Okay, get this nice new silver in there, and there we have another nice, gorgeous upgrade for sure. The old one, still silver, still gonna go into the silver stack, but this one is much more album friendly. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice, gorgeous 1953. This has a little bit of tone there down across around the bottom there. This is a San Francisco and in gorgeous shape. This is going to be a great upgrade for the album. Taking a quick look, there is the new one that is going to replace this old one. That one looks like it's been polished and toned, but we have a very nice unpolished, uncirculated 53 to replace it. Okay, getting this coin plugged in, taking a nice look at that gorgeous silver. Very beautiful coin added to the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a 1959 This one is in pretty nice shape. This is a Denver. This is going to be upgrading the spot. This is another awesome upgrade for the album. Let's go ahead and take a look and switch these out. So here's the new one we're going to be upgrading to. This is the one that's in there. It is kind of got that just a thick layer of dirty tone on it. Does have some pretty decent details, but I think this one is an AU and this one's going to be a mint state. So we're going to upgrade that. The album's going to look a whole lot nicer. All right, let's plop that in and take a good look. Look at that nice 59 out of Denver. Very cool. That's another nice upgrade for the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we're going to go to the 1940s with a very nice 1940. This is a San Francisco. Does have a couple of dings right there on the cheek, unfortunately. A little bit of chatter in the field there. But this is a really nice quarter from 1940. Hard to find these in good shape from the 40s. So this is going to be a nice upgrade for sure. There's a new coin. Not perfect, but in great shape. We're going to be replacing this old circulated one. It's got some issues going on with it. Very nice upgrade. Here we go. Plug in another nice quarter in the album and another awesome looking silver. While not perfect, that is a great old quarter going in the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a 1958 in a great shape. This is going to be another awesome upgrade. Got a lot of these old coins that I picked up at a coin show that are in nice shape and a lot of silver added to the album. This is the next one for the upgrade. And again, here's the one that we are going to be adding. And here's the one that was in there. I did went ahead and pop this out because this is a really nice quarter overall. Back is gorgeous with some gorgeous tone on it, some nice blues. The obverse is a little splotchy, it has possibly some issues going on. So this new quarter is going to be a nice upgrade. All right, here we go. We're gonna plug this one in and there we have it. Take a look at that. This one's probably more of a slight upgrade. I probably didn't have to upgrade this one, but I decided I like this one a little bit better in this album than the other one. The other one is quite nice. I'm like, hold on to that one, but still, nice silver upgrade for the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have an absolutely stunning 1945. This one is a Philly and is a gorgeous, gorgeous example of a coin. Being from 1945, that is about 80 years old, and it is in great shape. This is an amazing quarter, and it'll be a nice addition to the album. And here we have our new coin for the album. Very nice, nice quarter. And we're going to be placing this one. This one is a bit circulated and not anywhere up to this quality. Very nice upgrade. Okay, putting that quarter in, and wow, that is a nice quarter. It does have a few imperfections on it, but that is a overall gorgeous 1945. Very nice. A quarter for a quarter album. We have another gorgeous coin. This is 1950. This one is a Denver in an amazing shape. This is going to be another awesome upgrade for the album. Here is our new coin. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And we're going to be placing this old circulated junky silver. Still a silver, but not as nice as this. Okay, let's plug this one in. And there we have another gorgeous upgrade. That was a really great upgrade for the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, a really nice 1956 here. This is a Denver. Denver? This is a Denver, yes. This is a pretty nice high quality quarter. Wait, hang on a sec. Am I seeing this? I did not catch this before. Look right here under the eagle's beak. There's a little line there. That may be a die clash and might be considered a spitting eagle. Very cool. Yeah, that looks like a bit of a die clash there. It would be down here in the neck area. But yeah, a die clash or die gouge coming from the eagle's beak to the wing is called a spitting eagle. You can find these on any date of the eagle quarters. I believe the 83 is the most common, and the one listed in the Cherry Picker's Guide. That's really cool. I did not notice this. You know what? I was going to upgrade this date, but why don't we flip this over on the back and fill the final bonus spot with a Spitting Eagle silver quarter. Here we go. Final spot on the last page. Bonus spot. This is the very last spot in the album. We got a Spitting Eagle silver quarter in there. A really nice one at that. So we got the 98s in here, and then we got a 64 proof. Let's see, this is a Type B reverse. And then we have a 65, 66, and 67 SMS and a Spitting Eagle for the bonus spot. That's really cool that I saw that. I can't believe I missed that when I was looking at these. Very cool. Awesome quarter to fill. The last bonus spot. One more spot to go in this album to get every spot filled. And that's 85 clad I gotta find. Very cool. Awesome addition to the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice and beautiful 1944. This has some great surface luster. Fortunately, there is some little dings over here in the fields, little scrapes from other coins knocking against it. This is a gorgeous coin nonetheless. This is a Philadelphia and in great shape. If it wasn't for those dings, this would be a high grade quarter. As it is, this one's probably a 65, shoo-in for a MS65 for sure. But this is going to be a great upgrade. And there we have the quarter that is in there. This one has some issues, does have some decent detail, but it looks like the surface has been rubbed a little bit, and a lot of that luster is gone. Here is the new one, and look at that gorgeous coin, great luster. Very nice coin. That's going to be a solid upgrade for the album. Okay, here we go. Getting that one plugged in. And look at that. That is a very nice 1944. Holy cow, that is a gorgeous coin. That is a great upgrade for the album. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice 1953. This one is in great shape. Got a few surface dings and scratches on it. Just minor stuff. Great detail, great luster, nice gorgeous coin. Gonna be upgrading. I'm taking a look at the coin in there. This one looks like it's been polished a little bit, rubbed down a little bit. This one is a bit circulated. And here is the nice newer one. Not perfect. Got that little scratch in the fields, but otherwise a gorgeous coin to be upgrading. Okay, here we go. Let's get that plugged in there. And there we have another gorgeous upgrade for the album. That's another beautiful, lustrous, mint state example. Upgrading the album, making it so much nicer. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a clad 1984. I want to take a good look at this. This one does have some scratching on it here. Unfortunately, this one is a Philly. I think this is going to be an upgrade. Has a few other scratches on the back. But otherwise, this is a really nice, clean example of 1984. Let's take a look and see if it's worth upgrading. And here we have the old coin in here. Has some surface issues, fingerprint, big old fingerprint, some spots on it. Decent coin overall, but some scratching as well. This one just has cleaner surfaces and just looks nicer. I think this one's going to pop nicer in the album. A little bit of a side grade, but a slight upgrade. Maybe half of a grade point to a grade point, maybe. But still, I like this one, the look of this one better, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this one out. Okay, let's go ahead and get this one plugged in and take a look. And here we have the coin replaced in the album. This one is a pretty decent, nice quality mint state example. Got some, some issues, but I think it's a cleaner example than the one that's in here. But keep a hold of the one that was in here because it is a nice one nonetheless. These modern coins, anything clad really, is really hard to come across and find in great shape at coin shops because being modern, being clad, they're pretty much just worth face value in nice shape. Unless they are graded in extreme high grades, they're hard to find around. So I think this is a decent upgrade. Bit of a slight one, but worth it in my opinion. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a really nice 1952. This one is a Philadelphia and in really nice shape, and this will be a nice upgrade to the album. Let's go ahead and compare and see what we got going on with the old one. Starting out looking at a new one here because you want to check out the difference between this one and the old one. This is a very circulated old silver used to fill the spot, but it's time for an awesome upgrade. That is a great upgrade and a nice coin. Okay, here we go. I'm getting this nice new one plugged in. And there is another gorgeous coin upgrade for the album. That is a major upgrade from what we had in there. Very nice high quality upgrade to the album. I have one more coin to upgrade for now, and it might be a little bit till we get more coins in. So let's check out that last coin for now, and hopefully the break between these coins and getting new coins isn't too long. Today's quarter for a quarter album, we have a gorgeous 1948 out of Denver. This one is in really nice shape. Does have some surface spotting, some little tone here and there in spots, a little splotchy, but still a really nice coin, really nice condition. It's going to be a great upgrade from what we have in here. And here is the old circulating coin we have in here, and this is going to be a great step up for the album. This one has some issues going on, but it is much nicer than what we have. A great upgrade for the album. Okay, let's get this plugged in here. And there we have another gorgeous upgrade for the album. That is another great step up, making the album so much more nicer than it was. Unfortunately, I don't have any more coins on hand to upgrade the album, so it may be a few weeks before I get more. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, we'll get back to upgrading. I do have one more spot to fill. I got 85, and I might throw a circulating coin in there because I have not been able to find one of those uncirculated. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But otherwise, a very nice coin added to the album. Hopefully, I'll see you again sooner rather than later with some more upgrades. It has been a long time since I had a quarter to go in the quarter album, and today we have a nice 1985 Philly. This one is really nice shape. Does have some toning on it. It doesn't look like it's quite showing up on the camera, but it's got some deep blues, and these little splotches that are showing up weird are light yellow. So I don't know why this isn't showing up well on the camera, but it is what it is. The back, great shape. Some slight toning on it as well. This is going to fill the final spot in the album that we have not filled yet. So this is a awesome coin, great shape, and filling the last spot. And here we go, 1945 Philly, going in the album, filling the final hole that didn't have a coin in it in this album. Now I'm not done yet. I'm going to upgrade a few more. Probably going to try to get another 10 episodes before we wrap up this series. There are still plenty quarters that need to be upgraded, but I'm not going to be able to get them all upgraded in a timely manner. And I think it's about time we get to a stopping point here. We're almost 250 episodes in, and I think that's where I'm going to wrap this series up. So do stay tuned for some more quarters. Hopefully, we'll get some more in here soon and get this album completed and maybe move on to another one. Very cool ad. Awesome to finally fill the final spot in this album. Let's see what kind of upgrades we can find for it. Today's quarter for quarter album, we have a nice 1961. This one is a Philadelphia in great shape. Got some nice luster. This is a beautiful silver quarter. Going to upgrade that spot. Let's compare and check out the upgrade. So here we have the one in there. It has some nice fun tone on it, but it looks like it's got some slight circulation on it and stuff. And this one just looks like it is just a slight bit better. And that blast white there with some slight tone around the brim there, I think just pops better than that one. Not that there's anything wrong with the toned quarter. I just like this one a little bit better than this one. So we are going to upgrade that spot. Here we go. Got the other one out and that one in. I think that's a nice solid upgrade for the album. Just looks so much nicer, a bit more eye pleasing, and really pops compared to the other quarters. Very cool, very awesome upgrade. Today's quarter for quarter album, we have an amazing upgrade. I've got a gorgeous 1935. This one is a Philadelphia. This one is in great shape and gonna upgrade that spot. Amazing upgrade there. Early date silver Washington upgrade. Let's go ahead and take a look. And here we go. This is what we got in there. A lot of these early dates that I have are circulated, but get one this gorgeous to replace one like this is awesome. Let's switch those out. Here we go. Putting in an amazing, gorgeous early date Washington quarter. How about that? That is a gorgeous early date silver. Very nice upgrade for the album. Amazing coin going in. Today's quarter four quarter album, we have a really nice 1964 out of Denver. It has some gorgeous tone around the outside there, across the bottom there. A little bit on the reverse there. This is a really nice coin. Going to upgrade the 64 Denver. Really liking that toning across the bottom there. Let's go ahead and check it out and get this one upgraded. And here we have our quarter that was in there. You can see this one is still pretty nice. Just a little scratch across the neck there, and just got some spots. This one, there's a little scratch on the cheek. This is more of a side grade, but I like that toning. I think this one just looks a little bit better than this one. The spots on here are slightly unsightly, but this one is just a much more eye-pleasing coin in my opinion. Here we go. Let's get that plugged in there, and there we have the upgrade. That is a really nice, gorgeous quarter there. Not perfect, but well worth the upgrade. Was this upgrade needed? No, but I enjoy this quarter, so I decided to do that. And that's one of the benefits of having an album. You can put whatever coin you like in there, the best. And that's what I did. Today's quarter four quarter album, we're going to be upgrading the 1949. This one is a Denver. This one is in really nice shape. This one does have a little bit of a rim ding from another coin right there on George Washington's cheek. But this is going to be an upgrade, a nice upgrade for sure. Let's go ahead and compare and replace. And you can see the one that we have in there is really slick and circulated. So even though that one does have a ding and isn't perfect, that is a huge leap up. Let's get that switched out. Here we go, down at the bottom of the page. Getting that plugged in. And there we have another nice upgrade for the album. Wish it didn't have that ding on the cheek, but that is definite upgrade material for sure. Today's quarter four quarter album, we have a really nice, really gorgeous mint state 1957. This one is a Philly and in great shape. Still got that awesome luster on it. Slight bit of tone on the surface there, and that is going to upgrade this spot gorgeously. Here we have the one that is in there. There is a little bit of rub on that one, some surface dings and stuff. That's probably an AU quarter, maybe about an AU 55, just looking at it quickly here. But this one is so much nicer and better than what we have in there. Let's go ahead and switch that one out. Here we go. Get that nice quarter plugged in. It's a little crooked, but it is in there. I'll have to go back and fix that. But that is a really nice quarter there. A small step up from what we had, but a definite step up for sure. Today's quarter four quarter album, we've got a 1946. This is a Philly. It does have some thick tone across the top there, and it continues on the back, some heavy thick tone. It's really showing up really thick on camera. It looks much better in hand here. It's not as heavy across most of it, just around the bottom there. But the lighting in the camera is just really making the darkness pop on the reverse there. But this is going to be a nice little upgrade for the album. Let's go ahead and take a look and compare. And here we have our 1946 in there. You can tell this one has a tiny bit of issues going on with it. This one, just a much better coin overall. Going to be a nice little upgrade. All right, here we go. And taking a look there. I think that was a nice upgrade. Got just a better coin overall. A little bit of a small step up, but definitely worth it in my opinion. Better eye appeal on this one. A better coin for the album. Today's quarter four quarter album, We have a really nice 1951 out of Philly. This one is in great shape and is pretty blast white there. I don't see any tone on this, and this one is going to upgrade the album very nicely. And here we have the one that's in there. You could tell that one is just well circulated. This is one nice silver quarter. That is a definite great upgrade for sure. All right, there we go. Got another gorgeous coin plugged into the album. Great step up, great upgrade, and it's silver on top of that. Awesome coin. 1951, 75 years roughly, and it still looks good. Today's quarter for quarter album, we have an amazing 1953 in great shape. This coin is gorgeous all around. Beautiful blast white coin, and going to be a huge upgrade for the album. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got in there and compare. Here we go. That is what is in there. That is circulated silver. And here we have a gorgeous, high quality uncirculated silver. There are a few surface marks on there, but that is overall a giant step up in a gorgeous coin. Here we go. Getting that plugged in there. And there we have a gorgeous upgrade for the album. That looks like an awesome upgrade for sure. And so this is going to be the final upgrade of this series. There are still plenty of coins that need to be upgraded, but I am having a hard time acquiring coins for the upgrades for the series, and I think a good round 250-ish episodes are a great stopping point here. I'll probably share some of the upgrades as they go along, but I'm not going to focus on looking for the upgrades as much as I have for this album. We will see what other albums we can find to fill up and see what other coin adventures we can go on. Thank you very much for joining me for this awesome journey, and stay tuned for more. And I want to give a very special thank you to all the viewers who have signed up as members. Thank you very much for going above and beyond to help support the channel. I very much appreciate it. If anyone is interested in becoming a member, feel free to check out the link below. Again, thank you very much for your support. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you click on that link right there, it'll help me out. And then I have a couple videos over here that is recommended. So if you would like to watch another one, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.